Good evening, everyone. Hope we're going well. Apologies for the extra long sort of intro music there. Just had to do a couple of things just before we got started, but hope we're all going well. Obviously, it's been another tricky round of fantasy. Plenty of drama, as always. I feel like my cat must have walked past my bloody microphone. There's bloody hair on it. It's bloody annoying. What do we got here? Will Bite, Caldwell, poor injury, paid up for a 79. Smith laid out with no cover. What a great day. Yeah, a lot of people. That was a lot of people this week. Paid up for Jai Caldwell. I didn't actually see what happened. All I heard is that Anderson tackled him. His ankle got trapped underneath, and he obviously went off and didn't play again, unfortunately. But yeah, 79's obviously not great when you pay what 1.047 or whatever it was for him, unfortunately. Then Smith out affect a lot of people. I know there's a lot of donuts flying around with that. A lot of people had Alga as cover. So yeah, and as Lee says there, I've got Alga as cover for Bailey Smith. Shocking week of fantasy. Yeah, 100%. Have Job as cover, says limits. What did Job Shanahan score limits? I didn't actually remember what he scored. Fast Break Frenzy, Archer May's cover for Baz. Could have risked it with Lohman, but I'll take the points. Yeah, I would have definitely taken 6. I'm pretty much at the point where if Lohman can get me a 60 tonight, I'll be really happy, considering everything that's gone on. So yeah, if you had Archer May as cover, I think you'd be very, very happy, and I'd definitely be taking the 64. So yep. Corey Bloodage, who do I play in the forward line in game? That's what for Baz. Who's a good option? Dylan Moore is someone that's still got to play. You got Horn France as an option there. You got Isaac Rankin, Ben Keys, Riley Thilthorpe, Crows players there. I'm assuming you've already got Luke Jackson into there, and like Jack McRae won tonight. If you don't already have him in there, but I'm assuming you probably do. Corey, are we taking Holmes 122 or risking it on a Marshall Dawson? No, I'm taking it. I've got the VC on Holmes, and I'm banking the 122. Anytime you get a 120 plus from your captain, you're pretty happy, because there's weeks where we don't get that. So I'm banking the 122 definitely there, Matt. Elizene, hey Bales, I know you said you preferred trading long to Dunkley when asked on Thursday, but I stuck firm with my gut and went long to Merritt. Paid off very well. Well, yeah, congrats, mate. No, I'm happy whenever people follow their gut, and if your gut, Elizene, was telling you to go Merritt, then you got rewarded. Selby's saying is always go with your gut and you'll be rewarded. So I'm glad that you went with your gut. Obviously, I didn't know. Obviously, yeah, if your gut's saying that, then, who am I to talk you out of it? So, no, congrats with the 145. Be very, very happy with that. I wish I brought Merritt in as well. Went Tom Green, who, safe to say, quarter time I was okay. Next two quarters, he scored 21 points. And safe to say I was sitting there going, this is ridiculous. And he came home like a steam train with a 53-point last quarter. So I'm pretty bloody happy that he turned up. So I'll definitely take it. I'm taking Holmes 122 all day. Rank is 2120, says Planet Ocean. Nice there, mate. Louis O'Leary, hate fantasy. Baz being laid out means I had to take Alga's score and traded Merritt for Caldwell. Great. Oh, yeah, geez, that's a tough one. Paid up 3 times this year for Bont, Caldwell, and Merritt. Never again. Yeah, I've paid up twice this year for Bont and Dacos, and they obviously Nick Dacos has been good last probably 5-6 weeks, but when I first got him, I had a couple of bad scores. So yeah, it's very, very frustrating. I feel your pain, mate. Max Hansen, same on all 3. Lewis, at least Bont and Zera are playing well for me now, just 10 years later. Max said 134, 124, 115, 115, 111. 85, 74, 59, 52, 52. The winning and losing scores this round have all been somewhat grouped. You're talking about, yes, the winning teams and losing teams so far in the round. Lee Everett, I don't know what happened to Alga and Martin. Alga, ankle injury early in the game, so he ended up not playing very well for the remainder of the game, unfortunately. So, but yes. Did I miss? Is there anything at the bottom of the chat here? Obviously, I'm just waiting because I've obviously got Harry Boyd as my emergency as my VC loop guy. I'm just making sure that he's there. So who have I got? So who have we got tonight? We obviously got 2 games. I've got Nasiah, Rosie, Bergman, Marshall, and Kai Lohman all playing tonight. So hoping that, I think the big ones for me is Kai Lohman If he can put up a 60 plus, I'd be pretty happy. If it's anything over 70, I'd be ecstatic. Marshall was a bit of a pod. And then Bergman still was a bit of a pod that not a lot of people are on. So hopefully some good scores there. I'm just making doubly sure that everything's good here. Cool. What's that? Defenders Bro said, quick, please, someone answer. Who do I captain then? Do I take 104 from Tonga and captain someone out of Rosie, Zorko, Brayshaw, or Dawson? I'd go Dawson captain, Defenders Bro, out of all those guys. I think Rosie's been sick all week. Zorko, tough matchup. Brayshaw, tough matchup. So Dawson for me. Take on the 104. I'd captain him. Let's see if we can smash through this chat before the game does start. There we go. Well, the other game has obviously got underway. So hopefully some good scores there. Where are we? So let's go through this. And Coma coach did a main suggestion. Watch. Oh, mate, he was very, very good. Very happy with him. Moonboy, g'day, Bales. G'day, Legend in the chat. G'day, Moonboy. Hope you're going well, mate. If everyone that's watching as well, if you can smash a like. Saturday nights, if we get a heap of likes straight away, and if you'd like to put a super chat in or two, if we get a few of those and get a heap of likes, the algorithm really kicks in and we get a lot of people. Last 2 Saturday nights, we've had over 2,000 people tuning in. So the quicker the lights get up, and if anyone wants to put in a super chat, the algorithm sort of works that way. So if anyone can help us out and do that, they very much appreciate. Just the likes is probably the big thing. If we can smash the likes up early, that'd be fantastic. Moonboy brought in Caldwell, own Ned Long and Hewitt. Who even cares at this point? Smash up likes. Yeah, exactly right. But thanks. Yes, smash up likes, as Moonboy said. But yeah, it's tough for your fantasy, that's for sure. Casey Johns, hi mate. Should I go Nasiah tonight or Dawson tomorrow's captain? Seems though I was lucky enough to see the late and Buddy Smith. If I didn't see it, I would have Caldwell 79. I've got Nasiah in my top 10. I didn't have Dawson in my top 10. I just don't know who from Hawthorn would tag Nasiah, whereas I think Dawson could get some attention from a Viney or a Langdon. So I'd say Nasiah out of those two, but both are good options. Thank the good Lord I had Rankin as cover for Smith. Well, there you go. The 23rd Premier coming in strong there. To be fair, I did have Shanahan E for Smith, and my opponent had Alga. Hey, what did Shanahan get? Captain on home says Moonboy. Defense Bro. Yeah, I said it for Davo. Need some fantasy advice. Trading in a rut this week. Is it Marshall or Grundy? Go Marshall. Marshall's cheaper. Got a pretty good run coming up, so I'd save the money and go Marshall. There, Davo. Moonboy. If Caldwell misses next week, I'm going to rage quit. Is Caldwell okay? Says Flagpole. Not sure. I guess we'll find out in the coming days how bad the ankle injury was. Max Hand, should I put my C on Nasiah, Marshall, or Dawson? Got it on Marshall. I'd go Marshall out of those three. There, Max. English of Caldwell, not sure if there's any news yet. 104 is not enough for me. Are we taking home score? Do I captain Roma? I'm taking. You bank the 122. I had Marshall as my captain, but I'm banking the 122. Who should I captain out of Nasiah, Marshall, Dawson, or Brayshaw? Says Golden Guys. I'm still Marshall out of those four. Shanahan 78, says Jack. There you go. Well, you'd be very happy for anyone that had Shanahan there. Take home's limit. Yep, Moon was just saying there. Do I captain Brayshaw, Dawson, Rosie, or Zorko? Dawson for me, Defenders Bro. Marshall, Dawson, captain says Sultan. I'm Marshall. Gene, best captain option left between Zorko, Rosie, Dawson, Gorn. I'm Dawson out of those four. Callum Robson, can we get the first 5 minutes of Brisbane and Port? I'm trying to go through the chat, so unfortunately probably not going to be able to, but Moonboy, Melbourne, not very good. I think Dawson goes big. Yeah, I just didn't get some attention. So I'd go Marshall and Nasiah ahead of him, but Dawson's next best. Corey Badge, happy Anderson saved his game safe from Gano squad. Had him and Rao and Noble for that game. Yep, I had Anderson across all my squads, and then I had John Noble in, I think, 1 or 2 of my teams, which was nice. Dawson at home should be good for a ton, surely, says Moonboy. You'd think so. Being at home. Annoyed because I have the Eon Job who scored 78 and Not Kaku got 79. Oh, mate, you're still better off than a lot of people there. We're getting the 78. I've got Nasiah, McRae, Marshall, and Dylan Moore for tonight, and got Rosie in the other game, says Andrew. Max had the Eon Archmate for 64. How long's Jasper Alga out for? I think he's fine. Andrew played out the game. Gene already banking on Dawson for a like. Surely this game helps his Brownlow campaign. Hopefully, mate. Season choice. Lozano Hawks haven't been really tagged this season. Agreed. Moonboy tried to be a good coach. Honestly, been trying since like 2004. Yeah, mate, I've been trying since I started as well. I definitely get your pain. I'll try Marshall or Grundy for game day squad. I'm Marshall, Corey. Who should I get for Cherry if he's injured? Mate, ask Cameron. Says La Chats. If he's out, I'm going to Max Gawn. I'm just going to lock him in and bring him in. So that's what I'll be doing. Bergman tagging McCluggage, by the way, says Jack. Yep, thank you for letting us know, Jack. Anderson must have had a huge second half, really breaking out his captain. Yeah, he was like 20-something. He had like a 90-point second half. Anderson, 100-point second half is bullshit, says Jack. Golden guys, next week, should I trade out Clark or Johnson first? Probably a next week question, Golden guys, just because we'll see which rookies come through, but either or can go. Obviously, both had good scores. George Stevens to downgrade the week next week, says Corey. Yeah, if he holds his spot. Anderson owners kiss says limits. But yeah, alrighty. Well, we're about to get this game underway. So, been a while since we've done a Saturday night watch along where we've had 2 games going on at the same time, which is good. I guess we get a lot of scores coming through for us. There you go. So Boyd is captain, Marshall emergency. Cool. We are ready to go for some Saturday night footy. Let's go. What did George Stevens score? He went pretty well. He played really well. Trade dunked him for Geelong game, gone 120 and now 18 in 2 minutes. Already Dunk started well in the other game. Already has 3 tackles, is Elizeno. Yep, he was the other one I was looking at with Tom Grant. But we're underway in Saints and Hawthorn. But yes, looks like Ginnivan's the one that's trying to run with Nasai at the moment. But whether he can actually run with him, I'm not sure. But yeah, of course, Dunkley's he's probably going to score well because I'd end up going green over him, which I'll still take 104, right? But it was him or Dunkley. That was a big decision for me this week, and I ended up going for Tom Green for the run because Dunkley's run coming up, it was pretty tricky. I just want to have a look at George Stevens' score for what he scored today. So Stevens went 84, so good score. So that'll obviously have a low break even. He is a downgrade of the week, right? But if we've got Liddy and he comes back in next week, we've already got Rouston there. It's going to be like, unless Rouston was to get dropped because of Cornelio, it's going to be hard to sort of find a way to get him there. So Port have actually kicked the first couple of goals in the other game, so they're out to a 13-point lead. So good start for them. Need a big score from Sinclair tonight. Been hurting me, says Moonboy. Yeah, he needs a good game tonight. He's been poor last few weeks. Here's Nasai for his first disposal. Got the handball. Missed Windhager, but he'll probably get it back from Garcia. Yep, here's Nasai for his second disposal in the chain. That was an outstanding kick. Here's Sinclair. Probably go for goal from here. And Sinclair misses. Still going Caldwell next week. Balsas has. Not now. Not with the injury. That just means that probably changes my plans next week. Maybe Errol Goulden is the one that I'll be looking at, but I'm partly concerned with the North Melbourne matchup. With the St Kilda matchup. Sorry, I have a feeling that they might use Windhager to tag him, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, Goulden's one I'll be watching tomorrow. Dunkley, if he puts up a good score. Obviously, Merritt's got Richmond, right? So that's another one. Big watch on Sicily could be a decent D7 option if he's back, says Elizeno. Yep. Someone to watch Elizeno for sure. I can go Madden to Stevens next week, says Corey. Yep, it's a good trade. I like that one. Shannon Barron, I was having such a good round, and now Smith Goose Egg. Geelong's the worst, says Shannon. Yeah, the thing that annoys me the most about that is the fact that apparently they asked Jeremy Cameron before the game, and he said they knew yesterday, late yesterday afternoon, which, I'm sorry, that's bullshit. If you knew yesterday, name him out. Put a statement out saying that he's out. We're going to be making a late change. It's so frustrating when teams name someone, they know they're not going to play, but they name them anyway. If he was sick and they knew yesterday, he should have been a late change. Like, look at Tyson Stengel was out, personal reasons, but they named that up yesterday. They named, I think, was it someone else, like Liam Stocker was out for tonight. They named that up yesterday as well. Like, I don't know why Geelong, but it's typical Geelong, right? They do what they want. So, Shannon Page, will George Stevens hold his spot, though? Yeah, that's a good question, right? But I think he played well enough that I think he will. They can't drop him after the way he played. So, it's been a while, actually, since we've had both Shannon Barron and Shannon Page tuning in. I normally would always get confused between you two, but you're both tuning in tonight, so I hope you're both going well. Ben Hayes said, what's up, Bales? How you going, Ben? Hope you're going well, mate. Expecting a big score from Berman after signing his contract, says Limits. I hope so, mate. I hope so. So happy I paid up for Nasai. Really hurts you not owning him. Damn it, Sinclair, says Moonboy. Yeah, no, it's always good to own Nasai. It's just relaxing knowing that you've got him now. Piss with the Baz Donut and Dale 59 F sake, says Ben. Here's Marshall going forward. Couldn't quite take the mark. But yes, yeah, Dale was poor, and yeah, it's obviously annoying getting a donut. Up to 25 likes as well, so keep smashing those likes to help with algorithm. That'd be fantastic. First time somewhat supporting Port, because if Lions win, we can get second, says Golden Guys. That's actually a good point. It's a very good point. Is if, Brisbane lose tonight and then Crows were to get it done tomorrow. That's a good point, actually. Cruel as game, says Ben. Need Rosie C to ton up, says Andrew. Ben, thing is with Zerrett, we have no idea about role consistency. -3 for Martin as well. Yeah, if you bring Merritt in, it's a 1 week play because he's got Giants the week after. He's got tags coming pretty much every other game. So I'm probably not going to do it unless, I don't know when they play in the round next week. So they play later. Yeah, they play after. Goulden plays after him. If I'm going well to start the round, maybe I'll go Merritt to be attacking. But, yeah, it depends next week. I guess we'll see. Is Callahan a look as a top 8 mid, says Gene. I don't think so because he was everywhere last night and he's the number 1 tag guy at Giants now. It's not Tom Green anymore. It's clearly Finn Callahan. So I want to be trading into guys that aren't number 1 tag guys from now to get these scores and miss these floor scores. If Lions lose, has gone, guys. Yes, sorry, I might have said the wrong thing, but yeah, that's what I meant. I'll switch my Goulden into Holmes and VC. Tim says, Ben, so happy with that one. Yeah, you'd be very happy with the 122 VC. I'm certainly quite happy with that. If I was to nitpick, right, he didn't quite have that thirst late in the game to get those +6s to really pump up the score, but hey, I'm not going to complain with a 122. Anytime your player gets a 120 as captain, you're pretty happy with that one. So, yep, I'm happy. Here's Nasai with the kick in as well. I have Matt Rao. Do I cash him in, says Jason. Potentially you could. He's been very, very good, though. So he's got to be probably a real luxury trade. Nasai did play on as well, for anyone that was wondering. So I don't know if I'd trade depending on who else you've got in your team, but he could be a trade out if you've got all your issues fixed up. Just because I don't love relying on players that just rely on tackles and getting the ball. I want someone that can hit all the stat lines. What are your thoughts on Jacos? Been a bit unders for a few weeks now. Should we be having plans to move him on? Not with his next 3. Not with his next 3 matchups. He goes Freo, Gold Coast, Richmond, or the other way, or somewhere. No, he's got Gold Coast next week. Great matchup. Then he goes into Freo at the MCG, and then he's got Richmond. So we're holding Josh Dacos for 3 weeks. After that, he's got Brisbane into Hawthorn. So that would be a time... and then he's got Adelaide. So that would be a time where I'd be looking to move off at that point. But for the next 3 weeks, I'm holding Josh Dacos with those good matchups. And then when he's got the harder ones, we look to move off and get in one of those other guys. Tyru's got the free kick. Flying Viking. Hag was Neno second half, 22 in the first. So scared, and Tun in second half. Oh, he was great. There's Nasai with a +6 coming up. Oh, he was very, very good, right? He was amazing. Again, it was... The options I had this week that I could afford was Tom Green, Noah Anderson, Josh Dunkley, Zach Butters, and Zach Merritt. And at the moment, Tom Green's actually scored the lowest of all of them. So I guess we'll see how the others go tonight and tomorrow. But, yeah. I'd trades locked out if gains were in a different order to trade Baz. Yeah, I was locked out as well. I brought in Rowson and Green and traded Long and Boxall. So I was locked out from last night, which was... unfortunate, but I'm just glad that Lohman wasn't sub. Whatever he scores, couldn't have done anything about it anyway. So, have Callum Mills and Errol and need them to both turn up tomorrow, says Andrew. Hopefully they can for you, mate. It's so unlucky for captains if people miss to change Baz. Yeah, I just changed to Holmes and put Nasai into my top 5 on the captain's challenge. If I'd known this, Bont would have moved into my top 5. Instead, I'll message Ryan about it and see if he can change it, but I don't know if I'd be able to get it changed. The Berg top scoring, come on, says Has. Beautiful. Bird looking very good tonight, says Limits. Very nice. Taking the piss with Zorka when I trade, watching go 150, says Ben. Lee Everett, I'm definitely going to try and bring in Nick Dacos next week. Yes, that'd be a good decision, I think. That would. He's obviously another great scorer, and he's got a good run. I mentioned Gold Coast into Freo, then Richmond. So Freo, Wagner will probably go with them again, but Gold Coast and Richmond should be good games there. Let's do a bit of a recap from the other game. Still got 11.5 minutes to go in that game there. Bergman's up to 23, top scoring for the game. 5 touches, 1 mark and 2 tackles. Hipwood on 20. Zorko 19, good start for him. Dunkley's on 18. Rosie 17, so good start for those guys. Levi's on 14, but I'm assuming everyone would have traded him. McCluggage 12, Lockie Neal 12. Butters up to 11 as well with a couple of tackles, which is nice for anyone that's got him there. Horn France on 3. Yeah, where's Loman's up to 2. So Loman has only got the 1 handball. So hopefully Loman can just, as I said, if Loman can put up a 60, I'd be pretty happy to take that. At least just match the other guys around me. Vicentini injured, says Limits. Not that it's really relevant anymore, says Limits. Yeah, I guess, well, hopefully he's okay. But yeah, if you haven't smashed a like on the video yet, please do. Sinclair's got a kick in here, by the way. Yeah, let's keep smashing the likes, get that algorithm on YouTube going so we can get maybe some new viewers in and maybe some extra subscribers if they've never tuned in. So if you can smash a like and help us out the algorithm, feel free. I guess if, because the Crows game's on tomorrow, so there'll be no watch-along tomorrow, but if people wanted like a goal, if we get $100 of super chats again, I'll do another Jack Daniels shot, which don't love, but I will do it if people would like to see that again. I've got to think of some other new things as well, not just the shots. So if anyone's got any ideas to like maybe set a super chat goal, then I'm certainly all ears for some new suggestions. I'll just do the shot Jack Daniels for tonight. But if anyone's got any ideas, I could even change it. So, but we'll see. So anyone that has got... Actually, hang on. I didn't set the right goal. Crap, hang on. That was annoying. I just did for the other ones. Hang on. Can I end the goal? No, I don't think I can. There's Hasty, +6. He's on the field. So I wonder how Angus Hasty's going to go. Not a great kick with his first disposal. Gets the tackle, though, there. That's good, though. Be good if Hasty put up a 60, 70 and was able to make some money for us. Meek dominating so far, says Elizeno. Cadam 5, rate my trades. Give me 2 seconds. I'll do that just when the ball's clear. Stewart and Martin. Went Stewart and Martin and traded Cher and Bolton. Should I have gone Berman over Stewart? I would have gone Berman over Stewart, yes, but I think Stewart you still attacked the matchup, so I didn't mind the idea of Stewart. But yeah, I think if I had the choice, I would have gone Berman just because of the how good he's been in the midfield. But still, Martin obviously disappointing. I'm assuming that's Nick Martin, not Jack Martin. If you went Jack Martin, you'd be very, very, very happy. But yeah, unfortunate with Nick Martin, just didn't do anything. I didn't watch really any of that game, but yeah, just not very good. Horn Francis 2 drop marks already for set shots. He has these games where he drops every mark. He had it against the Bombers earlier in the year. Corey Badge, one funny would be wear a port jumper while watching a Crows game. The only thing is we have to do watch-alongs for Crows games. I don't tend to do that. So I don't mind the idea and the thinking, Corey, but yeah, it just probably doesn't work because I don't do too many watch-alongs. So we'll do refreshes. We haven't actually refreshed the scores at all this game. So surprised no one said to me to refresh them. But yeah, so Nasai, good start for him up to 14. He's the only Saints player, actually. And here's Max Hall again, 22. Getting it done. McRae's on 12 as well. Dylan Moore's up to 11. Hasty's up to 10. Obviously, hasn't played much. Sinclair's on 9. Marshall on 7. Just had the tackle and the 3 hit out, so not much for him so far. And that's pretty much how we're looking. But yeah, Nasai, decent start for him. I think he's been on the bench. He might be back on now, or he's still on the bench. No, he's just come back on, I believe. So, what do we got here? thoughts on doing Grzycki to Auger and Foss to Harley Reid? I like the first trade, Tim. I don't think I'd be trading in Harley Reid, though. I know he had a good score on the weekend, but he's just too volatile, unfortunately. So I wouldn't be looking at him as an option. Callum Fife, yeah, I had the captain on Martin, so watch closely, and he played everywhere, and it was a fast-paced game. Yeah, it was just unfortunate. Tyree on 10 as well. So, yes, thank you, mate. Another one that a few people might be relying on as cover for Baz. Windhager intercept mark there. That's a mark, isn't it? Surely. Well, they haven't paid that mark, I don't think. That'll be a rush behind. Is that Nasai kicking? Yep, Nasai kicking. He's just a gun, isn't he? He's so good. Travis first, go Hawthorn, go Lions. There you go. So we know who Mark's going for. He's going for Hawthorn and Brisbane tonight. Wouldn't mind if Port got the job done, because if Crows win, they'll go to second. But yeah, it'll be interesting. There's a Nasai taking a couple of bounces. He's just, it's not the best kick, but he's just such a good player. Any team that gets him are going to be very, very lucky and very fortunate. A couple of goals for Zach Bailey in a row there. So Bergman and Rosie both on the bench for Port at the moment. So bit of a score recap. What are we doing? So Bergman down to 21. So did he give a free kick away? They must have paid a mark or something maybe. Or there's Nasai with a handball. So what did he do? So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, so nothing for Burn. They just took a stat away. Butters up to 20 as well. Zorko 19. Levi's 19 as well. Rosie 17. So Dunkley's on 17 as well. So hasn't touched it since the first couple of minutes there. Neil's on 12. Bloody Loman's still on 2. Will Ashcroft's on 1. Horn France is on 0 at the moment. So that's going to be very interesting to see how he goes. Bergman back on the ground and just got a kick as well. So he's up to 24 as well. Callum Fife, I thought I could get a leg up not owning Baz, and then when Captain Martin only had 3 people have tons so far. It's a funny game, fantasy. At least my trades will be good, says Callum Fife. Yeah, that's very frustrating, mate. Hopefully you can have a good sort of remainder of the round. Hopefully a good round next week. I was annoyed because had both Kako and Job on forward bench with no way to get their scores, but then Baz clutched up, says Limits. Horn France could be 600k very soon, says Alexander. I think he'll be the perfect F7, right? He'll be the guy that a lot of people go to an upgrade. So yeah, he'll be someone that I'll look at as my F7, as a bit of a high ceiling sort of player. Like maybe I'll see if I get him and leave Caleb Daniel at F7. I guess the other trade I'm looking at maybe next week is if Doc is still there, because Doc will get defender status. I could go like a rookie down, like a Loman down, and then put that money on top of Caleb Daniel and go get Matt Kennedy, because he's one that I still need, but he's probably dropping in price at the moment, so I could wait another week or 2 for him. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Gunston, and that's going to be behind. Please don't tell me Caminiti's taking a kick in here. No, Nasai got the kick in. So Nasai did run towards him and got it. Go back to Nasai. They're going back to him again. +6 for Nasai. Nasai's racking up again. Gives it to Sinclair for a +6. He did have Nasai running for him, but he kicked it instead. Wouldn't mind as well if St Kilda got the job done tonight. They'd be the couple of... I wouldn't mind tonight if Port and St Kilda got the upset wins, and we got a couple of upsets here, because it'd be good for the Crows if one of the teams win tonight. Oh, Max Hall, nearly a goal there. The man in the white coat and hat. Do you have Cozzy Pickett or Max Gawn? No, I don't have either, unfortunately. Max Gawn, the one that I'll probably get at some point, but yeah, I don't have either at the moment. has, I think McRae scores Kennedy for the rest of the season. Yeah, and that's another trade I can make. I can go Caleb Daniel, Jack McRae next week. That's something I'll consider. Corey Blackledge, I was looking at Myers this week, but needed cash for Doherty or Taranto up, so went Horn Francis. Yeah, and that's the thing. So that's the other thing. If I could go Doherty to someone, could I go Daniel to McRae at the same time? I'd really like maybe some trades like that. I don't think I'll be able to though. Is that a goal for Hunter Clark? No, Max Hall again. Max Hall is going really well. If anyone still has got him, you'd be riding him at the moment because he's putting up some good scores pretty consistently. So he's up to 39 points. He's getting it done, playing more in the midfield. Nasai's up to 28 as well. McRae's up to 17. So a couple of guys going all right there. I'm annoyed with Burn because I started with him and he didn't do well, so I wasn't a fan of getting him back in. Now he's a premium. Yeah, I guess it's a role shift, right? That's why he's playing really well at the moment. Do you know what happened to Corwus' Ashen? Ankle injury, got tackled by Noah Anderson apparently, and his ankle got trapped underneath, and didn't come back on in the last quarter. I don't know how bad it is in terms of I don't know if it's something that'll be serious enough to keep him out for a while, but I guess we'll find out. Just an update as well, Zorko. So Zach Bailey's top scorer on 37. Then you got Zorko and Bergman both on 26. McCluggage 23, Butters 23, Levi 19, Rosie 17. So Rosie hasn't touched it for a while. Dunkley's still on 17 as well, so he hasn't touched it for a while. Anything else? Kyle Lohman's on 4. He's had another handball. Horn Francis on 2. So yeah, a couple of those forwards, a bit quiet. I'm not expecting him to go. So McCluggage just kicked a goal as well. He's up to 35 now. Not expecting Lohman to put up a massive score, but if he can kick a couple of goals, get a 60, I'd be pretty happy with that. So he's up to 6 as well. Got another handball, Kyle Lohman did. So here's Nasir again. You're going to get another kick. He just dominates every week. He's just, yeah. I'm doing Sarong to Merritt and Long to Whitfield or Butters next week. Warney traded Baz. Same. I hope Saints win. That's actually another one. Whitfield's the other one I'll consider next week if he comes back in. I could bring in him instead of one of these mids. Just depends how Gordon goes, right? I might go like a Lohman down, and if depending on what he scores, not obviously like potentially like Lohman down and Doherty sideways to a Whitfield. That'll bank some cash. And then the week after, I might be able to do like Caleb Daniel up and then another Primo up as well. Gordon's obviously the other one that I'm looking at. Depending on how he goes tomorrow, he'll be a close watch for me because if he goes well, he's coming in next week. So, Vizitini subbed Hugh Jackson on. Well, there you go. He's already subbed on for Hugh Jackson. Good for those that got Hugh Jackson because obviously he was. That's going to be deliberate. Yeah, Sinclair free kick coming up here against Dylan Moore. And +6 again to Nasir. Jeez. And he's going to go to Hasty. He's Hasty with a +6 coming up. Not a good kick. Both Hasty's kicks have been pretty poor, unfortunately. And it's going to lead to a shot on goal for Hawthorn. That's not going to be good for his job security if he keeps doing that. Wish I went Zorko over Martin or Dale in game day squad. I kept Zorko in, but yes, obviously Martin and Dale both frustrated. I went Dale as well. I wish I went McKercher over Dale, actually. That's the one. I was 7k short of Nasai this week, so I had to get Caldwell. It's stuff like that, and I feel sorry for you because it's stuff like that you just get pissed off with fantasies that you'd fall just short. It's just unfortunately luck of the game. And Caldwell has had Gold Coast, great matchup. Then Richmond had been their number 1 CBA guy. And we thought, okay, if Merritt goes back in there, he'll just take Parrish's spot. And then he gets moved a bit forward. And then he gets injured. It's just one of those things in fantasy. You just can't do anything about it. You made the right call. If you couldn't get Nasai, so you got Caldwell, and it should have worked out better. But yeah, Elizen, I think I'm going straight from Dale to Whitfield. Yeah, I like that trade. That's a good one there, Elizen. Is Merritt a good move or only a 1 week play, says Jack? It's a 1 week play if you're getting Merritt. I wouldn't want him more because he's got Giants a week after. Refresh, please, says Marco. Yep, it's been a couple of minutes since we've done that, so we will. I know Nasai's up near 40 points now as well. Yeah, geez, up to 37 as well. Far out. That's he's going on very nicely. Next week, if Whitfield's back, says Elizano. Yep. We shot back to sign now, says Golden Guys. And then Marco's asked for the refresh. So we're up to date now. Marshall's been very quiet to start the game as well. Hopefully he can get going. Still got 4.5 minutes to go. So it's almost like there's Dylan Moore with a +6 coming up. And Gunston line up for goal. Naz saving my sanity, says Jack. Yeah, it's good when you've when you got him, so and you can relax. And that's no, out of bounds. No, point. So Sinclair kicking, I think. Brisbane have opened up to a 24-point lead. Will Ashcroft just kicked a goal as well. Yeah, Sinclair kicking. Damn, they've kicked so many goals. I would have hoped that bloody Kai Lohman got in on the act. 7 goals to 3. And nothing for Kai, unfortunately. 3.5 minutes to go in that game as well. Just a score update for anyone there. So you got McCluggage up to 38, going on nicely. Zach Bailey top score on 43. Butters on 27. So he's going along well there. 3 tackles is helping. There's Jack Steele with a handball. McRae with a tackle. Zorko 26. Bergman 26. Dunkley's up to 23 as well. Neil 21. Rosie 20. Will Ashcroft 20. Levi 19. Kyle Lohman's up to 10. I'll take that. Wait, no, hang on. Yeah, he's up to 10. Yeah, got a tackle, which is nice. Horn France is still on 2. Yeah, geez, that's going to be... Geez, if he puts up another stinker, that's going to be really concerning. Well, it already is concerning, right? But... Radically injured, says Limits. They kick him every time they see him, says Elizeno. Took the punt on Dacos captain, says Mark. Yep, nicely done there, mate. Be very, very happy with the captaincy. Gained... 10 points on a lot of other coaches that didn't have Holmes captain. There's Sinclair with a +6, so Sinclair's starting to rack up. He's someone I'm looking at still. They've got a really good run at Marvel coming up. Is this switch on to Nasiah? No, I don't know where Nasiah is at the moment, actually. There's Sinclair again, so Sinclair's racking up. So a few people were concerned with Sinclair. I wasn't too concerned. Here's Nasiah, +6. Geez. Another +6 for Nasiah. He just absolutely racking up. Could mean Bourbon going back. Says Limits. I hope not. Is Radigalia okay? Like, what was the injury? That would be really disappointing if that happened. Go short to Marshall. You got Marshall short, Caminiti, you idiot. What? And you go to a one-on-one with your player behind him. Like, just dumb. Seriously. Really glad I got Nasai right after his buy. Such a hard watch if you don't own him. I got Nasai, what was it, round 3? And I remember messaging DC because I didn't get Sinclair and he ended up getting like the 140 or whatever that week and he had like 40 touches. And I was really disappointed. And I lost about 20 points. But since then, it's been Nasai every week. Not sure, but he's just on the bench at the moment. Yeah, hopefully he's okay. If he's on the bench, then hopefully he's okay. But I guess we'll see. Got just under 2 minutes to go here. There's Tyroo with a +6. We got Nasai the same week. Bales, I got him then as well. Yeah, I think a lot of people got him that week, and then a lot of people got him a few weeks after that. So what do we got here? We got 1.5 minutes to go in this one. We were deciding between both. I remember at the time. Yeah, and I remember how I was, as I said, disappointed that week that I didn't get Sinclair, and pretty much since then, as I said, look at that step from Nasiah. There's McRae with a +6. Give it to Hasty. There's Hasty with another disposal. Is that a better kick? Oh, geez, that's, my God, he's going to get dropped. He's going to get dropped again. That's the third kick that Hasty's done where he's overcooked his teammate. That he if he doesn't improve that very, very quickly, he's going to be dropped and he's not going to be in there. Because we know what Ross Lyon's like. He could probably sub him out in like the next quarter, like knowing Ross. It's a bit disappointing because Hasty's again started decently enough. He's actually scoring some points. that Max Hall again? He's hit the post. Berg's playing the extra man in the back line to finish the quarter, says Limits. Well, that's just great. So he's going to be in defence. Looks like Hasty could be back to a red dot next week, says Oak. Yeah, turning it over way too much. Bring Boxall back, lol, says Marco. My week for captains is killer, as chose Martin and Caldwell and took Nasai out of it. Yeah, very frustrating, Corey. I'll tell you what, if Berman's playing as that loose guy behind the ball, that's problems. And I guess that's the one problem with Berman, unfortunately, is that as good as he is in the midfield, Port, because of his versatility, love putting him in defence, which is frustrating. Like, I don't know why they don't just keep him back in the back line, in the midfield, but yeah, hopefully Radigali is okay. Horn-Frant's been stuck on the bench for over 6 minutes now. They haven't actually made an interchange for all. Like Answorth, Levi, 9 minutes, along with Rayner, Day, 8 minutes, Jackson, 7 minutes, Rioli, 8 minutes. That's very frustrating when players don't get brought on. And that'll be quarter time. So this quarter, funny enough, is finished before the other game because obviously there's been 11 goals in that game. So, yes, let's have a look at the scores. At quarter time. So Max Hall with a whopper, 50. He's on 50 points at quarter time. Nasai Wangley-Miller's on 46. So anyone's got him as captain would be very, very happy at the moment, the way it started. Meek dominating in the ruck. 18 hit-outs already. 39 points. Jack Steele, good game so far, 37. Sinclair's going well as well, 34. Which is annoying. I just realised that Sanchez actually got Sinclair as a unique, and I can't afford him to score well, unfortunately. So, who else we got here? Jas on 28. Anyone's got him in draft. Along with Musway 33. Gunston 27. Clark 25. Amon 25. Tyro's on 23. Good for anyone that's got him covering. He's played 100% in the court as well. McRae 23. Hasty's on 20. But all 3 of his kicks have missed a target. So that's going to be interesting to see what that does. But it's been a good fantasy start for him at least. Just not in terms of his disposal. Garcia 17. Dylan Moore on 16. Ron Marshall on 14. That's a bit concerning to start. Only 8 hit-outs. Only 1 handball, no marks, 1 tackle. Really need him to lift because he's a bit of a pod at the moment. Sicily 11. And it's pretty much it. So a few low scores in this one, but again, a few big scores. Obviously, Nasai being the main one there. And the way he's going, he's probably just got to be a captain option every single week. And then in the other game, we'll go through the scores there. So, yeah, look at that. So, they on the bench, Answorth, Levi, Rayner, all on the bench for 11 minutes. Day for 10 minutes. And then you had Jackson, 9 minutes. Willie Rioli, 10 minutes. And then Horn-Francis, 8 minutes. So, disappointing. But let's have a look at the scores. So, you got Zach Bailey, 45. McCluggage up to 40. Had 12 disposals. Andrews, 37. Zorko's up to 35. Butters, 33. Jeez. Of course, 2 players I don't have that are going well. Rosie up to 29 as well. That's good score for him. Bergman 26, Will Ashcroft 28. So Bergman didn't really touch it after the first few minutes. Dunkley 23, Neil 23, Levi Ashcroft 19. Kyle Loman's up to 14 with a couple of tackles. I'll take that for a first quarter with no goals and no marks. Horn-Francis on 2. And then Jackson didn't touch the ball. But I don't think... Yeah, Jackson didn't actually come on, I don't think. Yeah, Jackson didn't come on at all that quarter there. So, yeah. All in all, most players are doing okay. It's just, when I don't have Zorko, Butters, Sinclair, guys like that. McRae just got a +3 add as well. Don't have guys like that. That's going to make it a bit interesting, not having some of these guys. So... but yeah, that's where we sit. Up to 27 likes as well. So if you guys haven't smashed a like on it yet, please do. The more likes that we do get and the quicker we get them, the better the algorithm does on YouTube. So if anyone hasn't smashed a like, that'll really help us out if you can smash a like for us. Jay Sutts, how's the round treating you, mate? I think I'm going better than some people. I don't know how I'm going. I think I was on like 11:30 something with... Actually, no, hang on. So I was on, I think it was 12:58, and that was with 11 players left to play. So I think that's good, but I don't know. Berman attended the last CBA's limits. Well, that's good at least. That's good. Marshall only had 1 disposal this quarter. Very quiet from him. Yep, need him to lift. How can Lions have an 8-goal quarter and Loman can't kick 1? he has. It's disappointing, but hopefully he can get going moving forward. Was on Dunkley at the centre bounce, says Limits. Oak was hoping Alga got a 50 to cover for Baz. Instead, he decided to spend over a quarter injured and get an 8. Yeah, he was... I didn't think he was going to get much more than the 50, 55, right? But I still thought he would have got to a 50. But, yeah, 8 points is... Yeah, he hardly changed the price as well. Looks like Crows aren't going to second spots as Golden Guys. Oh, that's fine. As long as the Crow... I'm just concerned more about the Crows winning. Hope Moore can pick it up. He's my cover for Baz, says Elizeno. Mo says was going to trade in Flanders but had to move into Jack Martin to cover Baz. Well, mate, you would be very, very happy with that, Mo. Very good move there. I don't even know what did Flanders score? I didn't even see what his score was. I know he had a lot of handballs. Did he score like another 80 or 70 or something? Or Hornfront's embarrassing, says Marco. Who'd you VC and C? I was at VC on Holmes, and I took the 122, but I would have gone for Marshall. So the way Marshall started, I'm pretty happy that I took the 122 at the moment. Now that Smith was out. Yeah, so I went to Holmes VC. I just switched from Baz to Holmes, just because I thought with Baz out, that would be good. Caldwell requires scans, according to Brad Scott. Yeah, that's not great when you're hearing scans, but I guess they always do it anyway. Corey Blattage, my round's going to crap. No Zorko, Sinclair, Bont on Dacos for the week, and Myers and McRae. Yeah, yep. Very disappointing, Corey. Hopefully you can have a good run regardless. Hornfronts gave away a 50, dropped 2 marks, and then got put on the bench for 8 minutes as limits. Elliot says, think we're all going to have to trade Cherry next week. I think he's okay. He wasn't apparently passed his concussion test, so... There you go. Nasai had 275 metres gained in the first quarter. Cheers for the Nasai Wangani Miller tip as captain, mate. Very happy, says Casey Johns. Only 1 quarter. Let's see how he goes, right? Because like Tom Green had a 53-point quarter and he only scored a 104. So great start, yes, but hopefully he can keep going for you. 73 and Martin 107, says Mo. Was that what Flanders scored? 73? Yeah, 73. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 73. Not too bad if you miss that. 73 is nothing, so not really what you want. And now if Mills can go and put up a big score, I'll be happier about going Mills over him. Currently ranked 35 at the moment, Bale, says Tim. Nice work there, Tim. Very nicely done. The man in the white coat and hat. After Port kicked the first 2 goals, Brisbane now winning by 5 goals at quarter time. Yes, yep, I did see that. So Brisbane obviously pretty good at home. Wang is just a VCC option every week. Such a hard watch not having him. Yeah, so there's Sinclair in the first CBA. Was that Sinclair in the CBA? Or was I seeing things? Was Sinclair in the first CBA? I want to rewind it, but then I'm going to miss some potential stats coming up. Was he in the first CBA? You reckon it was a good move to edit trade to hold Rankin and trade Smith as exceptions? Depends on who he had as cover exceptions. I was probably more looking at holding because it's illness, so he should be back next week, right? And he should be good, and it's going to be hard to bring him back in. But to be attacking, that's fine. Yeah, Sinclair's in the middle. He was on Josh Ward there, so yeah, he's in the midfield. Feels like Nasai's getting to be really out of reach now. Don't know why I never jumped on, says Blimp. Yeah, he gets it done every week. I guess we just keep thinking that someone's going to pay attention to him, but every week he just seems to not cop any tags. I know he'd be a very hard player to tag, but there's a Sinclair with a handball. I know he's a hard player to tag, right? But you'd still think that there'd be players looking to sort of nullify him. Left hamstring for Radagalisa's limits. Ankle for Vicentini. Hopefully it's not a bad hamstring, and hopefully Radagalisa's okay. But yeah, if he's out, then that's interesting. Cherry just had 15 minutes left on the game, so they didn't risk him to come back on with the test. Yep. Currently on 1700, says Tim. Nicely done there, mate. No, I only had Alga cover. Well, yeah, that was fine then. Yep, attack it. Okay, Baz might score well for a week or two when you don't have him, but you get rid of that potential low score of 8, and you keep Rankin there. Rankin will give you at least a 70-80 score, you'd think, and you gain a fair few points this week. So, yep, exceptions, I think you made the right call. Because a lot of people will be stuck with, there's a lot of people that have a donut this week with him. There's an Nasai handball as well. A lot of people got a donut with that. There's Marshall with a handball, finally get another disposal. Yeah, a lot of donuts flying around. There'll be a lot of people that had Auger as cover with like an 8. Winhager's got Nasai short. Completely ignored him and butchered the ball. Seriously. Luke, Mac 38. Bales, who do you think gets the Jordan tag tomorrow, Sarong or Clark? I think it'll go to Jordan Clark and Sarong will get row bottom, I would imagine. But it could be the other way around. It could be they just do Jordan on Sarong just because how good Sarong is. But Sarong will be tagged by someone. Just depends who. I was thinking to just fade for another week just because he has Giants. Yeah, you could. Yep, you could wait another week. Wait, do they have Giants? Oh, yeah, they do because then Essendon have got Giants week half. There's a tackle for Marshall. That's better, Marshall. Had Mayer's cover for Smith, says Footy Frenzy. He'd be fairly happy with the 64. Berman playing in the back line, says limits on Cameron. Yeah, god damn it. That's the thing that annoys, and that's why I might have to trade Bergman out. That's why I was looking at trading him for a few weeks because of just the role volatility. That if they get an injury to a player, he's just going to go in defence. So yeah, so he's going to be the guy that's going to have to go. I'll just have to put Doherty into defence instead. But they're both in my mids anyway. But yeah, that's frustrating. What do you think about my team, says Tim? It's going well, mate. Going well. Low I had Hall up until a few weeks ago. So typical. Keep going, Sinclair, says Moonboy. There's Higgins with a snap. Is that going to be... No, missed it. My matchup has Max Hall as unique, said exceptions. And yeah, the chances of that happening, and that happens. So Max Hall up to 57 now as well. Sinclair 36. McRae's getting going. 4 tackles is nice. He's up to 37. So he's going to be someone we have to keep an eye on. It's just annoying if Bergman puts a bad score and plays defence. I don't know how I'm going to be able to fix him as a problem along with like a Doherty if both if Doc's out and I've got to fix Bergman. I might have to hold Bergman if Doc's dropped. I have Marshall captain. Anyone else is Footy Frenzy. Need Romar to go okay, but not too okay. Opponent has him captain versus my home, says Moonboy. If Marshall got a 110, I'd be pretty happy. I'll take that, and you get more points than you gain on him with Holmes captain. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it goes. But yeah, frustrating that Berman, if he's playing in defence now. Up to 37 likes as well, so appreciate all the legends that have done that so far. If you haven't smashed a like yet, please do. Obviously, the more likes we get, the better it is for the stream and everything. Obviously, with the algorithm and whatever. So if you guys could do that, that'd be very much appreciated. Will be all right. I didn't see that game was busy. See exceptions. I didn't see the game either. I think I don't know. He's got sent for scans apparently, so we'll see. Thoughts on my second trade, Foss to O'Driscoll. Don't mind it, Andrew. I'm not sure about O'Driscoll, but better than Foss on field. So reckon Doc might announce his retirement soon, says Jack. I hope not. But we'll find. I guess we'll see. In Supercoach in a league, I'm playing Selby. I had Baz Donut, and he has Caco's 98 as cover. Well, there you go. That's some pretty nice cover for Baz. Let's do a bit of a score update for the other game as well. So, of course, Loman's starting on the bench. That's and very, very frustrating. Zach Bailey's up to 45. McCluggage 42. Zorko 41. Butters 39. That's really, really frustrating. Butters 5 tackles. Like, come on, seriously. And he's kicking the ball as well. Rosie 34. Bergman 29. Ashcroft 20. Will Ashcroft 28. Dunkley 27. Neil 26. Levi 25. And obviously, yeah, Loman's still on 14 because he hasn't played. Horn Francis up to 15. He must have just got some points literally as I was looking at it there because he went up. Jackson's up to 3 as well. Butters up to 42 now. So he guaranteed in a bloody tough matchup, he's going to put up a good score as well. It's going to be really frustrating if he goes well and Dunkley goes well and obviously Merritt went well and then I literally got the wrong player that I could have afforded in my midfield. Berman loose in defence, not a bad thing, says Jack. I still don't like it in defence. I'd much rather him in the mids. That's where he scores well. I don't like him when he's in defence. He just goes quiet for ages. Hasty could be on for a short kick here potentially. Nasai's got the kick in as well. Don't think Carlton will drop Doc, says Moon Boy. Well, yeah, I guess we'll find out, right? You'd think they put Lukos in defence and keep Berman in the mid, says Jack. Oh, yeah, but that makes sense, though. But Port don't do things that make sense, besides putting Berman in the midfield. France in the CBAs, though, says Limits. Moonboy, hope not, but will depend if they throw in all the kids. Yeah, we'll just have to see with Carlton, right? Because they're obviously it's not going well at all for them at the moment. So Brisbane's tough matchup, but they don't usually do tagging. No, not really, Blimp. No, I know that Lockie Neal said during the week we don't normally tag. We normally tag Bont, so that'll be interesting in a few weeks when Brisbane play the Dogs. At least you didn't trade Caldwell in, mate, says Haas. Well, yeah, there's that, right? But I couldn't have afforded him with the trades I was doing. I would have had to have gone Loman down to Archer May, which actually, fun enough, would have worked better for Baz cover, and miss Rouston. But I was always going to get Rouston just because I thought I needed him. There's Hasty. That was a good step. If he can hit, that's a better kick, Hasty. That's better. So +6 for Hasty. Geez, I'll tell you what, imagine if he's on my bench puts up a good score. That'd be quite funny. Because I didn't have any forward mids to change Baz into. I had to have a forward. Feel bad for Voss, says Moon Boy. Yeah, I do as well. Like the list build has been pretty bad. It hasn't been very good at all. So yeah. What are we up to? 41 likes as well. Appreciate everyone that's done that so far. If you can keep smashing the likes up, that'd be very much appreciated. Andrew, how long's Baz out for? Should be back next week. It was just illness, so he should be right for next week. That's why I held as well. Well, I couldn't trade him anyway, but I would have probably held unless you had like Olga as cover. That would have been not great. Dunkley goal, +12, says Limits. There you go. Yep. So I'm telling you now, Dunkley will put up a good score. Butters will put up a good score. And then Merritt already put up a good score. And of the 4 mids, it'll be 3 of the 4 will all have gone massive. And I got Tom Green, who was lucky to get 100. Is it a matter of just getting off Chera, Doc, Hewitt, because Carlton are just a bad team, says Has? Well, yeah, I'd prefer to... like, Doc's gone for me next week unless Bergman's playing defence and then Doc's named again. It'll just be sort of seeing what happens with that. But they've got Brisbane next week, Carlton, so I'm not really think it's going to get any better. Is it? So Hall's a great player, says Corey. Yes, he is. Very good player. Yep. Do you think the Caldwell score is due to Merritt being back in the mids? Hope not. Slightly, because he played a bit more forward as well, but he probably would have got a 90-odd if he wasn't injured in the last quarter, I think. Yeah, Caldwell playing more half forward, as Has said. Yeah. There's Marshall. Couldn't take the intercept mark. Gets the handball there, though, at least. Winhager did have Marshall free for... There goes to Nasai instead. So Nasai got a handball in there. Do a bit of a refresh as well. There's Max Hall again. Max Hall's dominating. He's up to 68. Jack Steele as well is on 56. He's had 7 tackles. So that's really good for him. Nasai 53 as well. McRae 41. So a few good scores going around this game at the moment. Still 12 minutes to go in the in this quarter before half time. So still plenty of time for players to score. There's Liam Henry. It's a good handball. Butler should be a goal. No, another hit the post. Durham back in, hurt Caldwell too, but I think I have to hold if he's okay versus Richmond. Oh, if you've got Caldwell and he's playing next week, you hold, right? But if he's out, then obviously it's a trade. Maxwell 200 incoming. Maxwell number 1 captain option, says Marco. He's been very, very good tonight. And I wish I started the year with him. Obviously, the famous choice I had was Hall or Hasty, and I went for Hasty and looked good at the first quarter and then half time, and then he got subbed out at half time and didn't really do anything since, and he had a few sub appearances, but that was about it. So this is his first game not in the vest since round 1. So it is interesting. And of course it's the week when I said on Hat Chat Live that he was going to be used as the loop between Rouston and McCarthy, and I could have benched Mills depending on the scores, and of course he gets named, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway because I wouldn't have taken either score to bench Mills this week. It just wasn't quite enough for me. Tyree, what a mark, says Corey. Oh, he's a very, very good player. You got Nasai. Switch the ball. Switch the ball. You got Hasty as well on us for a switch. Wilkie, if you switch it. No, he's going to go down the line, probably to a contest. No, it's a good kick to a lead, but yeah, would drop the mark. He's got Hasty on the 50, Windhager, but he's not going to go to him. He's going to go deep. Oh, Tyree, what a mark. Tyree lining up for his first goal. Berman playing fullback, says Marco. Yeah. God, I hate fantasy. I really do. Just when he starts going well in the mids and he's going well. And Porter losing as well. And he's going to play probably a lot in the defence now. So what he got with scores in the other game. So McCluggage up to 53, Bailey 47, Butters on 45 with 5 tackles. Zorko 41, Rosie 39, Dunkley 39. Bergman is on 32, so like it's okay. Like he's still going along solid enough. 35, sorry, because he got the mark and then the kick. So Bergman's 35 is okay. Neil 28, Will Ashcroft 28, Levi 25. Loman's still on 14. Hornfront's on 15. I was hoping Loman's only been on for a couple minutes. I was just hoping that Loman could pop a 60. I don't know if he's going to at this rate, but I guess we'll see. Tyree absolute gun, says Louis O'Leary. Yep, they got a good one. I got him in a dynasty team as well, so I'm fairly happy with how he's started his St Kilda career. Is Doherty to Josh Davis an option if Doherty gets dropped, says Andrew? Yeah, it's an option for sure. Yep. There's Tyree, another intercept mark. He's actually scoring okay. Jeez, now I wish I could have got him. I think I was looking at Tyree over Alga instead. What do we got here? So, what's Tyree on? 40 at the moment. So scoring a lot, scoring very, very well. Nasai up to 56. Yeah, it's an option, Andrew. It is an option because Josh Dale's got a good 3-week stretch, but then you probably want to trade. Has all Tyree did last week was spoil, so of course I fielded loan over him for Baz cover. Now he's taking hangers. Yep. Yeah, that's unfortunately fantasy. It's always going to... You do one thing and the other thing will work. That's what happens. He got caught holding the ball as well, so should be up to around 40. Reckon Merritt's back, says Stu. Tyree just dropped the mark there. No, I don't, like he's back, but in terms of he's back for next week, and then he's got tags perhaps for the remainder of the year. So if you jump on for a week, then good. But I'm not sure I'd be jumping on expecting to hold him for the remainder of the year. There's a tackle for Jack Sinclair. So Sinclair's up to 40 as well. Can't really afford Sinclair to go yet. Nuclear. Another ball up. I'm going to hold Finn O'Sullivan, says Andrew. I'd be trading. He's dropped a few 30s now in a row. Yeah, Hunter Clark caught hold on the ball. Ward lining up for goal. What are you up to? Up to 41 likes as well, so appreciate everyone that's done that so far. If you haven't smashed a like on it yet, make sure you guys keep smashing the likes so we can keep those lights going and keep going well with the algorithm. If you guys could do that. What do we got here? No, just see a few messages on my phone. Let's do a refresh. It's been a couple minutes since we've done one of those. Oh, no, we didn't. We just did one before. Sorry. My bad. Is that Hasty there? And Hasty's given away the free kick. Unbelievable. Just when I thought that Hasty's going to get dropped. He ain't staying in this team. He had the 1+6 obviously in this quarter, but he's given away a free kick, and 3 of his 4 kicks have T's turned over. He ain't staying in the team. He'll be dropped. Obviously, he's pretty much at his break even now already, but yeah, he's going to get dropped. Pretty confident with that. Marshall up to 32 as well, and he's on the bench, so he'll come back on very, very soon, you'd think. Dylan Moore still on 19. That's a disappointing score so far. Hopefully he can get he can get going. But yeah, no, Hasty won't last much longer in the team. Yeah, if you've got Tyrua's cover for Baz, you'd be pretty happy with how he's playing at the moment. McRae 43 is good as well. Meek is definitely dominating the ruck battle at the moment. He's on 54. Jack Steele 53. Nasai 56. And then obviously, yeah, Max Hall is going very, very well on 68. So if you've got him, you'd be very, very happy. Needs Sinclair to go nuclear, says Moonboy. I can't afford him to go nuclear. If he goes nuclear and I still win my matchup, then that's fine. But I'd still need to win. These tails for Loman are nice, propping up a rough-looking game. Webster subbed out, says Corey. Well, at least that saves Hasty from being subbed out from that. So, well, if Loman's tackling, at least that's something. I did have Brad Hill in a draft actually. So if he's actually going to play a fair bit of this second half, then that helps my draft team out after having him on field. Yep, Marshall is back on as well, which is good. Let's have a look at the scores. So just under 8 minutes to go in the other game. So Zach Butters is on 57. That is just absolutely typical that he's going to... And then Windhager goal. Of course, he's going to go well now that I went the rich... Just bullshit. McCluggage 59. Rosie 45, that's good. Zorko 44, Dunkley 39, Berman's on 38. Obviously playing a bit more in defence with Radigalia injured. Is Radigalia back on? No, Radagalia's been ruled out. So, yeah, Berman's probably going to play defence for the remainder of the game, you'd imagine, which is very, very frustrating. Who else is here? Lacoste on 30. It's good for my draft as well. Neil 28, Will Ashcroft 28, Levi 27. Loman's up to 20. He's had the 3 tackles, which is nice. So if he can keep that going, maybe kick a goal or 2, then he might be able to get to that 60. Horn Francis on 18 as well. That's very, very disappointing. Yeah, so that's how we're going in the other game. Morris Rioli was good today, coming on at 385k. Yeah, he was good when he came on, yep. But no one would have picked him. No one would have picked him, no. So, yeah, Webster subbed out. I don't know what happened exactly, if there's what injury it is, but it'll be interesting to see what it is. The one thing I'm actually keeping an eye on is Marshall in terms of every game. I think it's been a long time since he's given away less than 3 free kicks against. I'm actually interested to see, can he go a game without giving away more than 2? So I don't think he's given away 1 yet, but I'm interested to see if he goes the game and doesn't give one away. So I guess we'll find out. We'll probably give one away very, very shortly now that I've said that. He did get the hit out there, though. That could be in the back. Yeah, in the back. Free kick to St Kilda. So St Kilda lining up to be back within a point now. Calf injury for Webster, says Corey. Thank you, Corey. Still 41 likes as well. So if you guys can smash the likes, still keep them going. Still got 6 minutes left in the second quarter. But if you can keep smashing the likes, obviously we're trying to get to 100 anyway as our main goal. But if you guys can keep smashing the likes, that'd be fantastic. Oh, damn it. I realised Sanchez got bloody Butters as a unique as well. That's really disappointing. And, of course, he's putting up a good score. Yep, that's very, very frustrating now. So he's on 59 Butters as well. 3 marks, 5 tackles. 59 points. McCluggage 62. Rosie 48. Zorko 44, Dunkley 43, Bergman still 38, Will Ashcroft 28, Lockie Neal 31, Levi 27, Loman still on 20, Horn Francis still on 18. Yeah, that's really annoying. Finally got Butters to go well in my team. Yeah, that's frustrating. Of course, I'm up against bloody Sinclair and Butters as 2 uniques, and I've got Warner and Mills as uniques, and I have to say I'm not confident with them as uniques in matchups. Actually, but then again, I think Sanchez got Horn Francis, so that's probably... I think he's got Horn Francis, Dylan Moore, Butters and Sinclair all playing now. And I guess Sinclair's going pretty well, or going okay. Butters obviously going well, but Horn France isn't doing much, and I don't think Dylan Moore's doing too much either. So actually, it might cancel out if the other guys don't do as well. So, but then again, I don't really think it matters. I'm not like I'm making finals. There's a kick for Marshall. Not like I'm making finals in Content Crowds Cup anyway. Sinclair, and then Rocket says has. Oh, he's not going terribly. He just hasn't touched it for a few minutes. Port played better this quarter, which isn't good for Bergman, says Limits. No, Limits. He's not playing much. I don't think he's going to play a lot of midfield time for the remainder of the game. With Radigalia being out, they've got Zerk Thatcher and Alir, and he's just going to fill that void as that third tall back there, which again is really disappointing because he was actually on track for looking like a good score. There's a handball from Hasty. If Hasty can put up a 60 or a 70, it'd be good for cash gen, but I'm sort of worried about his job security moving forward. For future games, his limits. Oh, no, he still played very well in the midfield, that when they don't have injuries, he'll play midfield. It's just when they got injuries, he's going to be the guy that can just get thrown around, which is probably something why I've got to probably jump off of him when I can, so I don't get those forced changes. There's a tackle for Marshall as well, which is good. That'll be holding the ball against Hunter Clark, I would imagine. Yeah, Conor McDonald free kick. Yeah, against Hunter Clark. Still don't rate Hunter Clark. Still don't think he should be playing in St Kilda's best team. Is this refreshed? Yes, it has. I'll tell you one person who's been quiet in this quarter. Nasai Wangi-Miller's been pretty quiet in this quarter. Only had 10 points in the quarter so far. Only 56. So, that'd be interesting to see what he ends up on at half-time. I know that Windhager's going along really well. 14 kicks for Windhager as well. Goal for Conor McDonald, so back to 7 points. Steele 56 is good. McRae 43. Marshall up to 41. He's starting to warm up a bit, which is good. Only 5 touches, but he's had a lot of hit-outs. 4 tackles is nice. Just needs some marks around the ground and a few more touches. Tyroo and Sinclair both on 40. McDonald up to 34. Good for draft. Sisley 32. Amon 31. Newcomb 27. Hasty 25. Wait, hang on. Didn't Hasty get a tackle? I thought Hasty got a tackle, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, maybe they just haven't added it yet. But Garcia 25. Dylan Moore 23. Keeler's only on the 4. Hasn't touched it yet. So there you go. So there's the scores so far. Still got, just over 4 minutes to go before half-time. Up to 43 likes as well, so keep smashing the likes if you can. I know it's early doors, but what are your trade pains looking like, says Has. Yeah, obviously early. I'm not exactly sure. A few guys I'm looking at, I've got to watch and see how they go. Here's another goal for Nick Watson. So now they've just gone from being 1 point down to now 13 points down in the blink of an eye pretty much. I guess early trade plans would be maybe Lohman down to a rookie. And then Doherty to Goulden. Obviously, I haven't seen Goulden play yet. And then I'd be looking at Whitfield the week after from maybe a Bergman. I don't think I'll be able to go Doherty and Bergman both out and get Whitfield and then someone decent. So probably just be one upgrade, bank a bit of cash for the week after, and then, yeah, we'll look at that. But I guess we'll see what I can do. Feels like Ginnivan was with him this quarter. He was with him in the first quarter, just didn't really play too accountable, but it has obviously been more accountable this quarter. So, yeah, so slowed down. So I guess we'll see how he goes for the remainder of the quarter here. Another tackle for Jack Steele. Garcia, there's Max Hall again. Here's Nasiah. And he's missed it. Jeez, that's a normally he kicks those, Nasiah. It's a miss. But he's up to 60 though, at least. So at least he ticks over to 60, which is when you're on 40 odd points, you'd at least want them to be on over 60 at half time. Still 3.5 minutes to go as well. No, nothing for Marshall there. Mark to Ramsden. Port actually back to 21 points, actually. So it's that margin has certainly closed. It was what was it, like 30 odd points, 40 points at one point. So they're certainly sticking around Port, even though they got a couple of injuries. Wilkie should have given the handball off. Sicily's so bad now, says Louis Leary. He's just playing a different role. Hawthorn aren't really a team that score a lot of fantasy points. Like, we don't really have anyone. Like Newcomb, a few people have got. Dylan Moore's been someone people are targeting. But besides really those two, it's not really anyone from Hawthorn we're looking at, unless I'm forgetting someone. There's been a couple of rookie guys that people have looked at. There's a kick for Nasai, so he's on 63. That really shouldn't be paid insufficient intent, and it's been paid. That's not insufficient intent. He's kicked down the line under extreme pressure. Just the rule's shit. I just change it to last touch. Like, they might as well just change it to last touch, because it is very, very inconsistent, and it's just crap. Disposal's terrible and all round just a bad player, says Louis Leary. He has had a few injuries to deal with, but yes, his year's been very, very poor from what we know that he's normally capable of. He's normally one of those better defenders in the AFL, but yeah, just not getting it done this year. So Meek's up against Mitch Owens in the ruck there, actually. I don't know if Marshall's playing behind the ball at the moment. North the other night, 5 deliberates, and the Dogs guy did the same thing as Logue and didn't get pinged for it, and some weren't deliberate. Yeah, it's the rule is inconsistent. It's just crap because they don't take into account the player being under pressure. They just go, if there's no player within a few metres of it, they just pay insufficient intent every time. Which, I guess that they're consistent, right? But it's shit. Like, they're consistently shit with the rule. Like, it's... Like, here you go. So, oh no, that's going to bounce the other way, so it's not going to be out of bounds. What do you got? Minute and a half to go in the quarter. I'll be able to check some scores. Still on 44 likes, so if you are watching and haven't smashed a like on it yet, please do. Helps out with the algorithm a lot, so if you can help us out there, that would be very, very much appreciated. There's Nasai got a handball in there as well. There's Sicily with an intercept mark. Port 50 to 18 handballs in the quarter. There you go. Butters 71. For fuck's sake. Of course he's on 71. Meek out marking Marshall as well. Yeah, that's just absolutely typical from Butters. Is that the week that I go, oh yeah, he's got Brisbane, tough matchup, and he's going to put up a good score. To be fair, he was on about 80 in the first half against Sydney, and they tagged him, and he only got to like a low 100. So I'm hopeful that Brisbane decide to put attention into him. The fact that the game is a bit closer, but I guess we'll see in the second half what happens there. But yeah, very frustrating that Butters is scoring well. Up to 45 likes as well. So whoever just liked it then, very much appreciated. And Newcomb, that's a goal. So yeah, Hawthorn have really kicked away now. It was close for a bit, but now it's 19 points. Oh. 21 points, a good fight back for Port's limits. Yeah, it is. Yep. Yeah. Considering that they lost Vicentini early, and they've also obviously lost Radigalia. So I think Marshall got a hit out there as well. And there's the siren for half-time. Sinclair 6-point quarter, says Oak. Yeah, that's disappointing from him. I still couldn't believe Nick Dacos had more contested marks than Cripps and Kerno combined last night. Well, there you go. That's a stat. That's for sure. Louis Leary, what do you think you will score this week roughly. Well, I'm on track for if the rest of my players go well. I think I'll probably, if Lohman can put up like a 60, 70, I might be on track for 2,300. And that's obviously assuming that the rest of my players average about 100 for each of them. So probably anywhere from 2,200 to probably 2,280. Don't think I'll get 2,300. Need a lot more from Moore, says Elizeno. But yeah, let's go through the scores at halftime. If you haven't smashed a like on it yet, please do. We're up to 46, so keep smashing those likes. So Max Hall, 72, and Meeks on 71, dominating. 33 hitouts to 19, and he's also had 10 touches to 5 for Marshall. So Marshall's struggling at the moment with the Meek. I thought Meek was a little bit better of a matchup for Rucks, but he's definitely dominating him in the ruck at the moment. Winhager, 62. Nasai, 62. Slightly like unders in terms of he was on 46, so 16-point quarter, but at the end of the day, 62 at halftime, you'd take that. Jack Steele, 62 as well. Like, 62 is good at halftime. McRae, 48. Sisley, 47 as well. Marshall, 44. Tyroo and Sinclair both on 40. Newcomb, 40. Con McDonald, 37. Amon, 36. Gusty's on 30 there. Hasty, 25. Only 5 points in the quarter for Hasty, which is disappointing. It's pretty much it there from that game. And let's check the other game. I'll actually get the stats on the screen here as well. So let's have a look and get the stats for the other game up. And let's have a look at how we're going at halftime. People might have put it in the chat, but I don't have the chat currently up on my screen. I've got the fixtures up here. So let's click on the Port game. Let's have a look at the stats and see how they are going. All I know is that Butters is on 71 at halftime. I'm assuming it's halftime for this game as well, because it did start beforehand. So, yep, halftime for this game as well. 9-8 to 6-5 for Brisbane. Willhash Cross on 30. That's the one you sort of see there straight away. So let's have a look. So Zach, Zach Buzz at 75. They added a tackle. Top scoring player on the ground. That is very, very frustrating as a non-owner, and I could have brought him in this week. McCluggage, 67. It's good I got him in a draft league, which is nice, in a keeper league. Jordan Sweet, 55. I got him on the bench in a keeper league, funny enough. Rosie, 48. Zorko, 47. Zorko was quiet after a big start there, so that's interesting that he quietened down in that second quarter. Lockie Neal, 46. So obviously Berman not tagging really anymore. Then he's gone back into defence. Dunkley, 43. Farrell, 42. So there you go. Bergman didn't touch the ball in the last part of the quarter. He's only on 38. That's really disappointing. And he's one of my more unique players as well. Can't really afford him to be putting up a bad score, but it's just the nature of him playing in defence, unfortunately. What else we got? Horn France is up to 32. At least that's something there. Will Ashcroft on 30. Levi, 29. Lohman's on 24. 4 tackles. No marks. No shots at goal either. That's frustrating. Like, if he just kicked 1 goal, he'd be on over 30, which I would have taken. I guess 24 with no goals I'll take, but I really need him to get going. And yeah, Jackson on 6 as well. And obviously Radigalia injured, which is typical. He always gets injured. It's always Radigalia that gets injured and stuffs around bloody Bergman. And they really shouldn't be playing Vicentini and Jordan Sweat in the same team either. So that's just a waste at selection. Like, they go up against Darcy Fort. It should have literally been Sweet versus Darcy Fort, drop Vicentini and get someone else in. But, yeah, so, yeah, that's a bit of a disappointing game over there. The fact that Rosie and Bergman are under 50 and Lohman's not doing great, and I don't have Butters who's dominating. So, yep, that's, not very good. Very frustrating. Let's go back. I'll just put it back onto the other stats there as well. And then I'll have a look at the chat. I'll just get this up on the screen. Why can't I just click matches and it just go to the matches? Seriously. come on. Hurry up. Why does this computer take so long to load? Thank you. There we go. Any adjustments from here at all? Doesn't look like it. No, nothing there. So no stats have been added while we were gone. So let's have a look at this chat and see if what I've missed in the last couple of minutes. Sinclair's gone missing a lot in the last few games. Not a fan of that, says Limits. LM, my captain Marshall, and all I'm watching is him getting dominated. Yep, Meek is definitely the one that's going well against him. Sean, Weeks cooked, owned Dale, and got Caldwell in this week along with Smith out. Yep, mate, that's unfortunately a lot of people. I feel the pain of a lot of people that got Caldwell in because I would have got him if I had the money. So, Bergman over Colby has not been a great trade over the last few weeks, says Corey. Yeah, well, Corey, at least you didn't go Kerner over both of them for the good matchup, Eagles and North. Yeah, I know. Was it Minimonk did the same thing and trades him out, and then he scores well once he gets rid of him, and he's had the 2 games where he got like under 30. So, yeah, just typical fantasy again, doing fantasy things. I just want to have a look. Where's my rank at? So I'm at 5,379, so I haven't changed rank at all. And that's still with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players to play tomorrow. I've obviously got my captain score. So 1474 at the moment. What's my round rank? So 18,000 so far for the week. So I guess we'll see how that goes. But yeah, obviously Nasai's a tick at the moment. Rosie is okay. Bergman 38 is obviously disappointing because he's playing in defence now. And then Lohman 24 could be worse. And then Marshall 44 is obviously disappointing as well because not having any of those other rucks. How's the matchup with Sanch going? So yeah, he's got, Butters. Wait, what's it? What did he do? Wait, did he seriously trade out Dylan Moore? Yeah, I reckon bloody Sanch trade that. Why would you trade Dylan Moore out? Wait, no, hang on. No, he didn't have Dylan. No, Dylan Moore was in another matchup. Sorry, he wasn't in this matchup. No, okay, no, never mind. He was in another matchup. So he doesn't have Sinclair either. That was in another matchup. I was thinking that was Sanch, but so Sanch has got Butters and Horn-Francis in play, and I've got Lohman. He's up by 102 points. But is he done? So he's got obviously Dawson to play. He took the score of Holmes as captain, obviously, which I would have thought he would have done. So he's got Butters and Horn-Francis, and then he's done. And I've got Mills and Warner, who need to make up 102 points plus whatever Butters and Horn-Francis score in the second half, and then hopefully Loma just can keep close because I don't really want to be chasing down 200 points, needing Mills and Warner to go well. So I might actually lose that game, to be fair, the way it's going. But I guess we'll see how that goes in that one. The Hat Chat League 6 is the one I think where the guy's got. Who's he got? So he's got Sinclair and Dylan Moore, and I've got Lohman. So Lohman's matching Moore at the moment. Who do you have as cover? So he had Archer May's cover for a 64. So he's got Sinclair 40, Caldwell 79, Chera 93. He's got Heaney to play, Archer May 64, Dylan Moore 23, and Rankin to come. I've had Sheasel 93, Josh Dagos 84. I've got Mills to come, Tom Green 104, Jackson, Lohman 24, and Caleb Daniel 90. So I'm up by 96 points. And I've got Mills and Jackson. He's got Rankin and Heaney. So as long as Lohman keeps matching more and Sinclair doesn't go past me, I'll be on track to win. But I guess I'll see how that goes. How am I going in my other cash league? Up by 61 points. He's got Zorko, Will Ashcroft, Levi Ashcroft, and Horn-Francis. I've got Lohman, Bergman, and Nasai. Yes, I should win that matchup as well, which is good. We've got a bit of chat here that I missed. I just know if I trade Dale, he'll go massive, says Sean. Yeah, probably. And I don't think the Crows will tag him. Maybe Keys does a bit of a job on him, but that's about it. Limits literally only 2 games I've had him or people would have owned him and his 2 worst scores of the season. Has every time I've paid up for a premium this year, e.g. Dunks, Bont, Caldwell, it's backfired. So just a heads up for when I trade in Nasai, he's going to drop a 50. Well, yeah, that's been me this year. The 2 times I paid up was for... actually, no, I paid up 3 times this year. Sheezer was the first one. And that's been okay because I got the 130 the first week and it was when he's in defence. So it's obviously the role changes meant lower scores, but he's still been fine since I got him in. But obviously traded in Nick Dacos. He got the 67 the first week I got him, then an 80, and then he started going well. And then I traded in Bont. He got a 91, then a 50, then a 120, then a 70, and then the 130. So it's been way up and down. But I could have got him at 930k or cheaper. So... Tim said, did you expect me to do well this year, says Tim. I don't know. I didn't really have any... I don't really know how you were going to go, Tim. I honestly didn't know. I didn't know how I was going to go. So if I don't know how I'm going to go, I'm not sure how anyone's really going to go until later in the year. If Dylan Moore does crap, I'll be dropping him to either Myers or Jackson. Yeah, if you got your rookies off field, you could definitely look at that. Limits, I'm on track for a relatively good week. 1,600 with... Still these games to go and then 4 more players. Yeah, hopefully you can put up a good score limits. Tim, do you think I can join the Content Creators Cup next year? That's all up to Tim. Tim Guesty does all that sort of stuff there. So I don't choose who's in the Content Creators Cup. And Andrew was asking the same question. I'm Tim's the one that organises all that. So I just leave that up to him. Brisbane Buds, what did you do with Baz? I traded to... More instead of playing Alga and tried to rookie to Stewart. Need more to lift to make it worth it. I held. Well, I had to hold Brisbane Bloods. I did my trades last night and I went Boxall to Rouston and Long to Green. So everything was locked out bar Boxall and I couldn't adjust anything. So had to hold. And I got Loman as cover. Has also need Loman to match more in my matchup. It's a lock for us, Bales. Hopefully. What happened to your lip, says Tim. No, nothing's... That's fine. It's fine, isn't it? No, lip's fine. No, lip's all good. I don't know what's there. I don't see anything. No, I don't know. Not sure. Doesn't look like anything's happened. I'll just check, but... No, nothing's... No, my lips are good. Maybe it's just the lighting. I don't know. We'll check the lighting. Maybe that fixes it. I don't know. Certainly nothing's happened. I can sort of see... Yeah, I do see something there, but it's not... Yeah, I looked on my phone. It's all good. But yes, what do we got here? They're just showing the highlights from the Brisbane Port game. Any adjustments at all for anyone? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like any adjustments for our players. I'll check the other game as well to see if there's any adjustments there. I've got 4.5 minutes to go till the other game starts and 5.5 till this game gets going. There you go. There's Hinkley giving the Port players a bit of a talking to. I think that was at quarter time. Now, it looks like most players are still on the same as what they were. Yep, no, nothing's changed for the scores in the other game. And nothing's changed for scores in this game either, I don't believe. So, still need a few more points in these players. Brisbane Bloods, not sure if I'm on track for a good week. On 1389 with Rosie, Steele, McRae and more currently playing. Mills, Goulden, Sarong, Heaney, Sheldrick, Warren to come tomorrow. I guess we'll have to find out. I'm always the worst person to ask with what's a past score because I'm sort of looking at what my team's doing. I'm not exactly sure what other pars are looking like, but I guess we'll find out with the rankings. I just want to have a look at how I'm going in draft, actually. If you haven't smashed a like on it yet, please do. We're on 47 likes, so we're still trying to make our way to 100 likes. I've been a bit quiet the last 15 minutes. Only got a couple. So if you haven't liked it, please smash a like on the video. We're trying to get to 100 as always. And it helps out with the algorithm when we get... The more likes we get, the better it is. How am I going in this draft here? So... Who have I got? So I got Dunkley. I've got Butters in the draft league, of course I do. Then I've got Dylan Moore, Connor McDonald. Then I've got, of course, I've got Sweet on the bench, but I got Nankin, Briggs, Tons. And then Berger on the bench for his 40, which he wouldn't be counting for me at the moment. Actually, it would have been over Humphreys, but didn't go very well versus Richmond. So it looks like I'm on track to win that one by a little bit, which is good. Well, this draft league, where are we looking here? So I've got Farrell, Steele. Cool. Looks like I'm on track in that league as well. And then the big one, the keeper league, I'm up against Matty Mottram. What am I looking? So I've got Bergman, McCluggage, Warple, Morrison, and Connor McDonald. So not amazing there, bar McCluggage. He's got Berry, Gunston, and Horn-Francis. So I'm projected to win at the moment, so I guess we'll see. So who have I got? I got Rivers, Goulden, captain, McInerney, Neil Bullen, and Papley. He's got Rochelle. Oh, he's also got Darcy Wilson, he's only on 22. Then he's got Hinge as well, so yeah, hopefully I can win that one as well. What about on keeper? Yeah, cool. I thought that wasn't caught up on the chat. What at this? Am I on track here? I'm down by 4 points. Dunkley. Oh, Boak's on 57. There you go. Owen's on 17 is pretty stinky. Oh, the guy I'm playing's got Max Hall on his bench. He's got Chol and Wood on the field, who are both in the 20s. Neil, Battle, and Sinclair. So who's he got? He's got Mills, Millerer, and Sheldrick. I've got Keys, Rowbottom. Oh, and I didn't have cover because I had bloody Mitch Duncan who didn't get subbed in, so I've got a donut. So I would be on track to win that in draft, but having a donut. So what have I got? I've got Salem, Rowbottom, Keys to come. So 3 players. He's got 3 as well. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in play. I got 1, 2, 3 in play. So that I'm going to be in a bit of trouble, I think, in that one. What about this league? How am I going here? Again, I'm slightly down. He's got Nasiah, Butters, and of course, got Butters, Burgoyne, and Gunston. I've got Garcia. I've got Brad Hill, who's on 3. Then Impey, who's on 57, who's going well. I've got Rob, Papley. Oh, Tom Mitchell's score's actually still got to count, so that's why it's saying I'm down. So I should be okay in that league. So I guess we'll find out. Turn your sound up, says Craig West. It's been okay. I think most people have been saying it's okay. It's because I was probably looking down at my phone. That's probably why it wasn't too loud. Jack, we be watching the Tour de France battles. No, not me. No, I'm not really a bike racing person. Yeah, once the footy's done tonight, I'll probably relax and sit down and have my dinner, obviously, which I always do after our watch-along. Got some... Didn't have butter chicken the other night. I thought I did, but there wasn't any in there. So I got butter chicken tonight, though, definitely. So I'm having that once the game is done. We've got Darcy Cameron as captain and Sweet as vice-captain. There you go, says Andrew there. Any adjustments? Still doesn't look like it. So we get another couple of likes to crack over 50 likes, then please do. So keep smashing likes. As I said, it does help out with all the algorithm stuff. So if you can smash a like, that'd be fantastic. If you can help us out. Wait, so it's saying ranking points. Surely there's someone on more than 54. It's saying Nick Watson is currently... Oh, no, they're showing all of them. Hasty and Ginnivan getting into it now. And Nick Watson as well. Hasty's got his jumper ripped already. Not sure what has happened there. And Nasai's trying to intimidate Ginnivan. That's funny. Yep, Hasty's jumper's all ripped. So this is the reason I don't like Hawthorn. Just because they've got that rat pack in the forward 50, it would just absolutely do my head in. Jack, reckon how many would have a donut for Baz? A few. Yeah, so it was actually Ginnivan that went up to Hasty and started just pushing and shoving him. So for no apparent reason, he just started pushing him. So, yeah. Oswaldo on 16-10 with Rosie, Nasai, Sinclair, Will Ashcroft playing, Rankin, Gawn, Dawson, Brayshaw to play. Yeah, I think scores again are going to be pretty up, and they're going to be very mixed. There's Tyree got a kick. Sinclair also got a handball in there as well. Sinclair's probably going to be on for maybe something, maybe not. Here's Max Hall again. Gets the kick. Yeah, I think score's going to be quite varied this week. I think we're going to see score at the moment, obviously seeing how the rest of the round goes, but there's a tackle for McRae, tackle for Steele. I think they're going to be varying probably from like 2,100 up to maybe high 2,300s, low 2,400s, just because some people would have been able to trade Baz. They probably got a good score in. They've probably had Merritt, Bont, Dacos, some big scores. So I think they're going to be quite varied with scores. So I'm interested to see where I land. My goal this round was simple. I was at 5,340. All I wanted was to be inside the top 5K post this round. Obviously, the more the better, but that was my goal. If I get inside 5K, then we keep moving forward. Max Hall with a handball. There's Marshall with a handball as well. My high score is Max Holmes this week, says Corey. And that'll be some people as well. Like, there'll be people that don't have the Bonts, the Dacos, the Merritt, the guys that have gone big so far this round. Noah Anderson, another one. He's obviously quite unique. So and then people got Dale, some other low scores as well. So it will be quite varied, the scores this week. Don't think that's a tackle for Nasai, but I wonder if they pay that or not. How many have Grundy in the top 100? Not a lot. Probably like 20, 30% probably. I don't have the numbers on me, Tim, but not many would have him. Keep smashing likes on the video. We got 50 as well, so appreciate whoever just liked it to get us over 50. So keep smashing likes. That'd be very much appreciated. That'd be out of bounds. And Butters behind already in the quarter, so he's already got points. He's up to 79. Zach Butters. Is that a tackle for Marshall? I reckon that's a Marshall tackle. Bergman's up to 45, so he's had 7 points in the quarter. If anyone's watching that game, is Bergman still in defence, or is he playing on ball? Was he starting on ball in the quarter? Because that would be interesting. Lyman up to 34. That's good. So 10 points already for Kai in the quarter. Horn Francis on 32. Ashcroft Brothers 30 for Will, 29 for Levi. There you go. So and there's Marshall going for goal. No, that'd be behind. Yeah, as long as Loman's up to 16 for the quarter, actually. Sorry. So Loman's actually had a very good quarter. He's a top scoring player for the quarter. Bergman's on 7. Butters had 4 points the quarter, the kick, and then the behind. So here we go. Loman's on 37. Which will take that. So he's had 13 points for the quarter. Some have Myers unique as well this week. Yep, agreed. He's on ball again, says Blimp. Well, that's good. That's good. At least if Bergman's playing on ball, then that's a positive. Bergman, that is, says Blimp. Yep, got that, yeah. But no, I appreciate you letting us know, Blimp, that that's the case. Yeah, as I said, if Loman can he's just come to the bench for enough, Kyle Loman. I actually don't mind that he's on the bench now because he's had a good start to the quarter. Get him on the bench, have his break, and then come back on to finish the quarter. So, wait, he's had 16 for the quarter, so he should be on 40. Oh, he is on 40. Okay, I just looked, he was on 37. So, Kyle Loman's on 40. Pretty happy with that, yeah. Has Loman on 40 now. I'm fairly happy with that. He started the quarter really well, and he's getting to us, and he hasn't kicked a goal yet. So, if he gets a goal or two, that could be a 70. Hopefully he can kick a goal and keep getting involved. But I was obviously the pre-game. I was tossing up: do I play Alga because I knew he wasn't sub, or do I play Lohman? And I decided to play. There's Brad Hill. Did have Nasai for the handball receive. I was tossing. He's going to go to short to Nasai. So Nasai +6 coming up. I was tossing up, Alga and Lohman on field. And I was like, well, Alga's, and that's a great kick to Max Hole. He'll be lined up for goal. And I was like, well, Alga's not the sub. So I could have played him. But I thought, nah, I don't think Lohman would be the sub. Here you go. He's giving the handball off to Nasai. Oh, Nasai's fluffed it again. That's disappointing. And I thought, well, he played well against Geelong pre-bye Lohman. So I thought, no, I'll keep him there. And Alga's got a tough matchup. So, at least I know I've made the right call regardless of what happens from here. Do I need to trade Sinclair? He's just irrelevant now with Nasai, says Louis Leary. The way it's going, potentially. They've got such a good run, though, coming up in a few weeks' time. Like, they have got that run from, like, rounds 19 to 23 that looks amazing. So, you could trade him out now, but then you're losing. He's going to be, like, below 950 probably if he keeps going at this rate. So, yeah. Lohman going to get more than Sinclair, says Stu. Max Hall is in my Supercoach draft with 94 so far. Yeah, he's such a good player. Like, he just keeps getting the ball. 40 hit-outs for Meeks so far, says Corey. Well, yeah, he's dominating in the ruck. He's going to be on track for... Oh, here we go. Marshall, come on. No, couldn't take the mark. Still hasn't taken a mark yet tonight, Marshall. He's up to... Actually, no, he has. He's taken 2 marks. When did Marshall get 2 marks? Have I missed something? Or am I... I'm not behind the game, am I? Oh, I did not see Marshall take marks at all. There's Sinclair with a handball. I didn't realise Marshall took 2 marks already. Like, 63. In fact, he's up there already. I'll definitely take that. Bloody Max Hall's up to 94 as well. 98, make that. Nasai's 78. Marshall 64. Yeah, when did Marshall take marks? I don't remember 2 marks at all, says Corey. I don't either. So... have they accidentally added Marshall points, or did we miss it? Because I don't remember Marshall taking marks. Did they think it was Windy or Hall? They all look the same. Oh, you can't really get Marshall mixed up with those guys. He's so much taller. There's a handball for Nasai. I don't know. I missed him. Oh, if I don't know if Chairman Dar's accidentally added them and they're going to take them away, but if they're added at the moment and he's taken marks, then great. But I normally would have got up and about if I'd seen my guy get 2 marks. So I guess we'll see. Was a short +6 on opposite wing about 5 minutes ago. Not sure about the other one. Here's Nasai with a +6 as well. So he's starting to rack up again. He's up to 84, 86 now, one of the two. Yep, 84 now. Yeah, Marshall's on 64. So I thought that was Marshall there. That was Caminiti. Did they maybe add a mark for Caminiti and they're going to take it away? He's probably in the 50s, I'd imagine. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. And Sharman, that's a good mark. He'll line up for goal. Hawthorn's still in there. So St Kilda's still in this. If Sharman kicks this, they're back to within, 9 points. Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with Marshall if that's if they've accidentally added it. There was another they added 1 minute after the first one. Not sure. I remember that one. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess we'll see if they take it away or not. Lohman's been on the bench for 5 minutes. Got to get him back on, guys. Come on, Brisbane. And hit the post for Sharman. So Butters up to 82 as well. McCluggage 73. Rosie 64. So he's getting to a solid score at the moment. Boak 68. That's good for draft. Sweet 63. Zorko 55. Neil 52. Dunkley 51. Bergman 47. That's okay. Obviously it'd be good if he could keep going. Lohman 40, as I mentioned before. Will Ashcroft 34. Horn Francis 32. Levi Ashcroft 29. Hugh Jackson's on 11. There's Nasai with a kick. Trying to go to Max Hall, and there's a kick from Max Hall. Max Hall's tunned up now. That's a ton for Max Hall. Loman's still on the bench along with Horn Francis. Got to get these interchanges going. When is Will Day back, says Andrew. Not sure. Not sure when he's back. Let's see if they adjusted it. Is Marshall still on the... Marshall still on 2 marks. So we must have missed something. I find it hard that we all missed it. But... yeah, he's on it at the moment. So Nasai's up to 87 as well. So he's obviously on track for a solid score there. What do we got? Jack Steele 76. McRae 69. Marshall 64. And that's a goal for Ramsden. Tyroo 49. Sinclair 44. Dillamore still 28 as well. Hasty still 25. So the fact that Brad Hill was nearly outscoring them and he didn't come on that long ago is interesting. Marshall's just come to the bench as well. What was I going to check something on my phone. I can't remember what it was. Are you doing Patreon cut rankings, says Tim? Yeah, next week. Next week we're doing that. Corey, it was a handball added for Hall, not a kick for some reason, still on 99. Yeah, I don't know why. It just baffles me. Nasai never gets any attention as Louis O'Leary. Do you think Marshall less or more marks? Less, because we've apparently people said they've only seen him take 1. But he's got 2 for some reason. Which is weird for Hall when it was a kick. Yeah, well, maybe Champion Data are just having some troubles at the moment, which is not a surprise. This happens every game. There's Nasai again with another kick. That was a great kick out to Brad Hill. It didn't... Oh, he dropped the mark, unfortunately. 4 points in draft gone begging. That's Higgins that's holding the ball. Is Loman and that back on the other game? Lukosius just kicked a goal, so you'd imagine that they... Yeah, so they're all on now. Butter's on the bench at the moment. So Butter's 87. So he's had 5 marks, 6 tails. That's the thing that's helping him this game, is the fact that he's actually getting... And he's got 14 kicks to 4 handballs. Rosie 68 as well. Zorko 58. Neil 52. Dunkley 51. Bergman's up to 50 as well. Loman's still on 40. Will Ashcroft 34. 12 touches, 10 handballs, 1 tackle, no marks. Levi 29. Horn Francis 32. There you go. Sinclair 6 points, second quarter, and 4 points so far this quarter. Not liking his role at all, says Has. Yeah, it's not been very good. Here you go, Nasai again. Be taking the free kick. Toby Welford, teams let Nasai run free because the Saints suck regardless. Well, there's that, but for one, I don't know if anyone's got the speed to be able to go with Nasai for the whole game, but you sort of do wonder why. Oh, that's the first kick I've seen Nasai spray in a long time. Went out in the full. But he just had, no one stays with him. Naz will be 110, 120 at 3/4 time, says Corey. Yeah, probably. Berman at half back for the centre bounces limits. I think sounds like he's swapping between the roles at the moment. Marshall's still on the 2 marks. They still haven't adjusted anything like that yet. Nasai up to 93 as well, which is good. Morrison, that's a mark. He'll line up for goal. But yeah, hopefully if Berman can get an 85-90 from here, even with a role that's not great, then I'll take it. But Rosie up to 74, says Andrew. That's good. Naz will be my backup captain if Holmes stunk it anyway. Yeah, I was going to go Marshall. He was my backup. But hey, if both go well, that's fine, because at least Holmes did his thing, which was good. And that is a goal for Harry Morrison. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Just responding to a message. There we go. I saw Marshall take 2 marks. I have him captain, says Footy Frenzy. Well, if you saw him take 2 marks, you're first person to seen it, because I didn't see the second one. I didn't see either. I must have had my head down when he took at least one. Power Pepper injury making it another port injury, says Limits. Umps are talking about ACLs. What's that for? What, Power Pepper? Moore and Sinclair ghosting for me. Great, says Louis O'Leary. And Golden McRae. So Jack McRae kicks the goal. St Kilda needed that one to keep them within touching distance. Seems like Jeremy Cameron has locked up the column with his run to come. Yeah, I'd say so as well. Power Pepper's out due to injury. How did you and Guesty meet, Bale, says Toby Welford. So we met through doing AFLW Fantasy, funny enough, of all things. I originally was doing the Twitter spaces and stuff there, and he jumped on a fair bit and chatting there, and then through that asked if he wanted to jump on and do a pod, and he said he was looking at joining one or starting one or whatever, and obviously it was when Fanatics were born, and then got Jordox on board. So he's got a hair in mouth. Then Jordox jumped on a couple of times as a guest and did a head-to-head video in the pre-season and enjoyed chatting with him. So and then got him on board, and then Jaiden did all the AFLW fantasy stuff for me for the off-season, and got him obviously this past... hang on. There we go. Finally got it. I was like, I just couldn't figure out where it was. And then obviously Joy jumped on a few times and really enjoyed him, so got him on as well. Bloke has his arm around Power Pepper with his head in his hands, says Limits. Yes, that doesn't sound too good. I saw Marshall take 10 marks. I'm sure they'll add it later. Footy Frenzy says Has. No, I was joking, but we'll take the 3 points as him captain. Yeah, I'm not sure what happens. So maybe they'll take away some points. So I don't know. Yes! Limit says Loman goal. That's what we need. That's what we need. Beautiful. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Apparently Loman should kick the goal. Finally, Goldtown says Blimp. Was it a plus 12? Or was it just a plus 9? I'll take either, but if he's over 50 points, that would be really handy. Yeah, there you go. Kyle Loman. Yeah, Power Pepper's already been ruled out. So Butters 87, Rosie 74. Don't 57. Loman 57. Jeez, I'm pretty happy with that. Loman's had a 33-point quarter, 7 disposals, 2 marks. 9 points. 57 he's up to. I said I'd take a 60 plus, and he's pretty much there. So I'm fairly happy now. Obviously, the more he can do, the better it is for me for playing him. If he can go 70, 80, 90 as an F6, that's really good and really helpful, and can help with the ranking. So good on Loman for getting some points. I saw, I said it before. Loman was going with Sinclair, says Lee Everett. Just not getting it. Like, he's off half back, a little bit of midfield, but Sinclair aren't really chipping it around a lot. Like, it's literally all going through Nasiah. That's the one thing, I guess, that is not great with Sinclair, is that if everything's going through Nasiah, there's just not much left over for Sinclair, unfortunately. I tipped both Hawthorn and Brisbane to win, says Andrew. Yep, I did as well. They let him stay on ground after the goal too. Love it, says Blimp. Yeah, well, he already had his break for the quarter, so I would have imagined that he did get to stay on the ground. So far, no upsets this round. Top 9 as being the top 9. Loman outscoring Sinclair by nearly 20 points is grim, says Has. Yeah, it is. Yep, for sure. Yeah, but the only thing is, though, Limits, I think Sydney are going to beat Freo tomorrow. Obviously, Freo are playing well, so that could obviously happen as well. And then I'm hopeful that the Crows get the done. Like, the Crows should be winning at home. Whether they do or don't, obviously, is another thing. But the fact that it's at home, they have to win. If Crows want to be a top 8 team, let alone top 4, they need to be winning. Hasty intercept mark. Can he hit a target? No, he can't. It sort of went to Liam Henry, but sort of half over his head. There's a tackle for Sinclair. That's better. That's better for Sinclair. Except for, can anyone gift me the battle passes, Mark Young? What do you mean by the battle pass there, Mark? Is it maybe a pun for Josh Battle? There you go. Ryan Marshall free kick. Take that, which is good. So far, has not given away a free kick tonight. So we'll see if he can stay with that for the remainder of the game. Seamus Mitchell's come on as well. So St Kilda have made their sub. Sorry, Hawthorn have made their sub. There's Marshall's second mark. Marshall's third mark now. So wait, so you guys are probably in front of me. So Marshall takes a mark there. Yes! Go, Marshall. Keep going, mate. Keep going. This is better. Do you know what fortnight is, says Mark Young? Yes, I do. Yep. What is there? What battle pass is? What is it? I'm not sure. There's Sinclair. Oh, there's another Marshall +6. Let's go. And he's going to Hasty. We'll take that. Some cash gen for Hasty. And he's going to go to Sinclair potentially here as well. He's got Sinclair's free. Oh, geez, he's completely burned Sinclair there. He had Sinclair free for a short, and he decided to go long. There's Marshall again. Marshall handball. Marshall starting to really get busy, which is good to see. So what's Marshall up to now? He's up to 86. They might take a mark away, obviously, but he's at least on 80, even if they take away a +6. Nasai 93 as well, but Marshall's getting going now. 13 touches, 4 marks, 5 tackles. McRae's going well. Steele's going well. Sinclair's up to 54. At least he's got some points in the last couple of minutes. Tyroo 52. Still, yeah, unfortunately, Dylan Moore's still the one. He's only on 32. Has not got going at all, which is a shame. I think so Max Hall's on 108 as well. There you go. And he kicks. Is that a goal for Hall? Yeah, I reckon that's a goal for Hall. That's why he's up to 108, because he kicked his second goal. The thing that's frustrating is I brought Dylan Moore in game day squad. So that's frustrating. This is better for game day squad, says Corey. Do you play it, says Mark Young? No, I don't play Fortnite, unfortunately. Dylan Moore having a rough one, says Blimp. I'm so glad I didn't play Sinclair in game day squad. Yeah, I didn't either. I did play Dylan Moore, though, in a couple of squads, which is frustrating. With Baz out, I couldn't really go to anyone else. I could have gone to Rankin, actually, but... Actually, no, I had Rankin already in one, so... need more to do, Sam Darcy, says Louis O'Leary. Can you show us your TV, says Mark. Unfortunately, I can't, sorry. The stream will get taken down for copyright, so I've got to just say this. How many have Grundy in top 100, says Tim? I'm not sure. I don't know. How do I get McRae next week? That says Tim. I'm not sure, Tim. We'll figure that out next week. I went more for game day squad as well, says Corey. Footy Frenzy, Butters, Rosie, captain. Butters, Rosie, Marshall, captain, Nasiah, all great. Only Sinclair needs to get going. Yeah, hopefully Sinclair gets going. Connor Nash free kick. Bringing in McRae over Kenny this week, looking good, says Blimp. I'm having spag bowl for dinner, says Andrew. Nice there, Andrew. LM, that back-to-back +6 for Marshall made me almost shed a tear. That was beautiful. Oh, mate, it was fantastic. Did McRae mark that, or has that gone through for behind? I think they're reviewing it. Port score updates. Is McRae legit? 88 to 54 is the score for that, but I can go through the player updates. How long left in that quarter? So still 3.5 minutes to go in the Port game. What do we got here? So 3.5 minutes to go. Butters on 94. That's really frustrating. McCluggage on 80. And then you got Rosie 74. They're the top scoring players of the game. Zorko's on 58. Loman's still 57. Dunkley's on 57 as well. The coach up to 63 as well. Leal 69. Bergman 57. A lot of people on 57, actually. Horn France up to 63 as well. I think Horn France has just kicked a goal. Yeah, Horn France has just kicked a goal. That's a bit frustrating. I thought I might have got the leg up not having Horn Francis there. And I went, there's a tackle for Sinclair as well. So Dunkley, Lohman and Bergman all on 57. Levi 41, Will Ashcroft 38. If anyone's still got either of those guys. Hugh Jackson's on 20. So yeah, still 3 minutes to go. We'll see what people end up there. Still have Max Hall, bit kiss, says Troy. Oh, mate, no, congrats. McRae been good all year, says Stu. Horn front set shot. Yeah, he kicked it. I know they did. Marshall, 42-point quarter so far, says Corey Blackledge. Lewis Young got injured in the VFL, so it means no key forward coming in next week. Yeah, so I wonder what that does for Carlton next week. There's Mitch Owens. Goal for the Saints. Another couple of goals, so back to 14 points now. Still got a game on here. Yeah, let's do a bit of a refresh. Got a couple of minutes to go on the quarter. So Marshall up to 86. McRae, 88. 8 tackles is obviously helping that in a goal. Nasai, 93. Sinclair, 58. Like, at least he's going okay. It's a bit better than what it was, but obviously still not what you'd want, right? It's only, I think, 18 points for the quarter. What's Dylan Moore on? 32 still, geez. Hasty's up to 37 as well. That's at least a little bit of cash gen there. McRae just got another tackle as well, by the way, so he's up to 92 with a 9th tackle. That's now a bit annoying as a non-owner. Sinclair on Bale's page says has. Yeah, there's the McRae tackle. Horn Francis, 37-point quarters, nice. It is Corey, but it's frustrating as I don't have him. He's averaged 94 plus in the forward line, says Stu. Talking about McRae there. We need more from him, says Marco. We've got 2.5 minutes to go. Still a little bit of time for players to score. We've got 55 likes as well, so we're still 45 away from our 100 like goal again. So if anyone's got second account, third account, anything like that, please smash like on the video. How does Bergman have a 19-point fantasy quarter but 44 super coach? I'm not sure. I don't know. Shannon Barron, I'm so dirty on the Smith out. I traded Max Hall and left no forward line cover and have O'Sullivan and Carroll in defence stinking it up in the 30s. What, did you trade Max Hall this week or did you trade him a few weeks ago instead of trading those other guys? Because, yeah, obviously, Max Holler's cover would have been fantastic. I had Jack McRae all season since round 1, says Andrew. We got to now 56 likes. Appreciate a few people have liked it there, but keep smashing the likes so we can keep going towards the trade. Oh, no, this week. Did you need the extra cash, Shannon, to get the trades done that you did? Was it getting rid of Max Hall, or did you get rid of him just because he was a forward? There's a tackle for Marshall, which is good. Gets him to 90. At least that's good for Captain's Challenge. There's Jack Steele with a +6. No, +5, sorry. Got the handball away. Sin going down the rooms now, says Limits. Far out, another injury. But that's bad again because that's another defender for Port. So maybe because it's a rebound defender, maybe that's okay. But yeah, more injuries again for Port. Port down to 1 on the bench. They'll be turning to a fan in the crowd soon, says Blim. Well, didn't that happen? That happened against Geelong. They had multiple injuries and they were down to 1 on the bench. There's a Tyroo intercept mark. No, free kick downfield. Port 1 on the bench looks sad, says Marco. McRae looking really good in a tough matchup. And after next week goes Geelong, Melbourne, North, Richmond, Essendon to finish the year. Who's he got? Who's St Kilda got next week? Because he could be an option to bring in next week. And there's a goal for Chol. So I was thinking St Kilda might have been back in the game, but Hawthorn have kicked a couple of goals here to kick away again. So it's back out to 26, which is disappointing. I was hoping St Kilda might cause an upset. They've had one less shot, but they're down by 26, which is disappointing. Georgiades sitting all alone, says Limits. Get 4 more points. Marshall to get a 50-point quarter. Sydney next week, says Has. There you go. So that's there. I think what Marshall on 90. Really, really handy. Impey 95, good for my draft team as well. Wish I had McRae. McRae would have been a good one to have in the forward line. At least Marshall on 90 though, so he's had a good, really, really good quarter. We know Marshall can do this, right? He can go from being pretty quiet for a couple of quarters and can all of a sudden go bang and really get going, which is good to see. Brought in Caldwell into the Holmes this week, says Vince. Yeah, sorry, mate. A few people were in that boat where they brought in Caldwell and, 79. A lot of people brought in Caldwell this week. Like a lot of the content creators in the Content Creators Cup brought in Caldwell. So it's just a shame with the injury. Hasty! Good mark. Hasty's been a bit better since quarter time. He hasn't turned over as much. Can he hit a target here? He can hit a target there. He might get it back as well. Sinclair's got it. Give the handball to Hasty. There's Jack Steele. So Sinclair got the kick. Jack Steele dropped the mark there. There's Sinclair. Another kick. So Sinclair's going to be on about 60. So considering what he was on, it's not too bad. What's happening with Cherry, says Vince. I think he's okay. I think he passed his concussion test, so should be fine. I went Darcy last week over McRae, says Corey. Yep, that would be frustrating. Obviously, Darcy saved his score, but yes, you'd much rather have McRae at the moment. There's Wood. St Kilda really need to kick a goal here if they probably want to keep it alive in the last quarter. Right, 17 seconds to go as well. Didn't watch the game. Is Caldwell out next week or probably not? Don't know, Footy Frenzy. Apparently he's getting scans, and we'll find out, I guess, very, very soon. But obviously not great when he goes off. There's Hasty, got the handball away just. There's Tyroo, out of bounds. What's up, Bales? Will Bite. How you going, Will? Hope you're going well. Hasty might have saved his spot for next week if he keeps this up, says Has. Yeah, probably, yep. Didn't and I guess with Webster injured as well, that's probably something else to keep an eye on. But if Hastings start generating a bit of cash as well, that's great. But it probably means I've probably got to bring in a red dot because it means I've really only got Bustling as my only red dot in my squad. I've got Boyd as well and then Liddy, but I think Liddy will come, well, especially all these injuries, right? Liddy's going to come back in. So that means I've literally only got Bus and Boyd as my red dots. So I've actually got to bring in a red dot. G. Caldwell, not him, says Will. Injury support, Radigalia, Vicentini, Gardner, Power Pepper as well there. Seriously impressed with Butters' score here, says Blimp. I'm frustrated because I don't own and I could have traded him in this week. But let's go through the scores at three-quarter time for the Saints-Hawks game. So Max Hall's on 108, Impey 95, Nasai's up to 93 as well. Meek 92, McRae 92. Good to see Marshall up to 90 as well. Massive quarter, 46-point quarter there. Jack Steele 88, Winhager 84, Battle 70, and then Sinclair to 64. That's okay, considering where he was. Newcomb 61, Amon 59, Sissy 57, Tyroo's on 52, McDonald 45, Hasty's on 45 as well. 7 marks, which is good. So good for cash gen at least. Hunter Clark 45, Jaff 44, Dylan Moore 36. That's really frustrating. Warple's on 30 as well. Brad Hill's on 28, Wilson 29. Those for draft, and then Sharman's on 21. What's Morrison on? Morrison 53. Yeah, that's for draft. So I guess we'll see. I don't think Marshall will be on 90. I think he'll be on 84. I think they're going to take away a +6. I think they've misadded one to him, but I guess we'll see. But let's have a look at the other game as well. Let's have a look at these scores for the Port Lions game. So yeah, that is also at three-quarter time. Brisbane up by 94 to 66. So what's that? 38 points. Let's have a look. So we've got Butters is on 96. As I said, frustrating as a non-owner. McCluggage 82, Rosie 81, so that's good. Only the 3 marks as well, so considering he's on 81, that's good. Zach Bailey 75, Lockie Neal 73, Sweet and Boak 72, Wine 68, Dunkley 65, slightly unders if you did get Dunkley. Horn Francis 63, Zorko 62, Loman's on 59, so good quarter from Loman to get to 60. If he can get 11 points in this last quarter, that'd be really handy to get to 70. I'd love an 80, like 21 points from it would be fantastic. Berman 57, that's disappointing. He got up to 57 fairly quickly and then hardly touched it. So 20-point quarter for Bergman, I think, or 19-point quarter. Levi 41, Will Ashcroft 38. Jackson is on 23, and that's Hugh Jackson. And yep, so that's it. So in that quarter, Loman was top scorer, 35 points in the quarter. So that's obviously fantastic. Rosie 33 in the quarter. Horn Francis 31. Dunkley 22. Butters 21. Bergman 19. Zorko 15. They're probably the main ones there. What did I say Dunkley got? 22. Okay, yeah, there you go. So, as I said, very happy with Loman. I'll definitely take that, that's for sure. What do we got? Oh God, Zorko's on 6 at 3/4 time, which means get ready for some junk time quarter pounder piggery. Yeah, he'll ton up from here still. Yep, agreed. Especially after he copped a knee to the ribs, he's going to be full porco. Oh, did he cop a knee to the ribs? Can anyone give me in Fortnite, says Mark Young. I don't play Fortnite, but if anyone does, maybe they might be able to do that there, mate. I don't think anyone here plays Fortnite, says Limits. Yeah, I don't, unfortunately, yeah. Brisbane back-to-back, says Marco. So I'm up to 5,088 overall ranking at the moment. 14K for the week as well. What do we got in terms of against Sanch? Let's have a look. Actually, it's under. Is it under 100 points now? No, it's 119 point difference between me and Sanch. He's got no uniques to come. I've got Mills and Warner. So if it can stay under 150, I'm feeling a little bit better, but obviously still relying on Mills and Warner to both get that, which I'm not as confident in both. I think both could easily put up 70s or 80s, and I'd still miss out on the matchup. But I guess we will see. What about my Hat Chat League 6 matchup? So I got Loman. He's got more, so he's outscoring more now by 23 points. He's got Sinclair, so he's got Rankin and Heaney to come. I got Mills and Jackson, and I'm up. So I should be winning that matchup the way it's going at the moment, which is good. Angelo, g'day Angelo. I hope you're going well, mate. It's been a while since I've seen your name in the chat. Is Dale a trade? Potentially. I think if you've got other issues to fix up, I'd fix them first. I still think Dale will bounce back, but it's been a very rough few weeks. Last time I played Fortnite, West Coast were premiers, says Blimp. Cheeky Moz on Zorko, love it, says Marco. Has Marco gift you in Fortnite? Just send me your credit card. There you go, says Has. Beautiful, we're up to date there. About to get underway for the final quarter. Yeah, Loman's obviously very, very handy now. If he can somehow put up another good quarter again and get to a good score. But to be honest, I'm fairly happy what he's done already. 10 points, 12 points in the quarter, get to 70. I'll be very, very happy with that. Don't think there's any adjustments here. So Marshall's still got the mark. So we must have missed it. Or missed it in a previous quarter or something. I'm not sure where. I saw him take, what was it? He took 3 marks in that quarter, but unless they added one the first half that we must have missed, it might be. I'm just having a look here. So, in the third quarter, so Marshall 46, he had 4 marks. So, yeah, I don't know, must have either missed it or something, but yeah, I'm not exactly sure. But last quarter's about to get underway. Yeah, I am behind. That's what I was wondering why I kept missing stats. I was like 30 seconds behind. So Higgins has kicked the goal to open the quarter. So I was bloody too busy talking here. Oh, there you go. St Kilda fans shushing players. I don't know if I'd be doing that when you're trying to get your team back into it. Yeah, okay. So that's why felt like I was so far behind. Actually, I'm not live. I'm gonna go to live again, see if it works. Was Lohman your Smith cover as well, Balsa Stu? Yes, it was. I saw he was your cover, Stu, because I actually had a look at the rankings. I saw you up to like 4 or 5 overall, and I was like, I wonder who's got cover. And I know you had Lohman as well. So I think we're pretty happy with how Lohman's gone. Obviously, the more he can get in this last quarter, the better. But the fact that he gets a 60, I think we can't really ask for much more, considering we couldn't do anything about it. So is that Nasai in the seat? So Nasai CBA. Why? He is not a good midfielder. Why do they continue to put him in the midfield? That'll be a tackle for Nasai, but still, he's not a good midfielder. Why is he in the midfield? Marshall with the hit out. That was better, Marshall. Cheers, mate. Love the content. Keep it up. Thanks, Angelo. Appreciate the kind words there, mate. There's Hasty. That was better. That's better from Hasty. That's really good. No, the kick wasn't great again, but I think Rossline will like that, what he did there. So you never know. Maybe Hasty might keep his spot. Better late than never for some cash gen from him. Mason Wood, turn around. You got Marshall running to the square. Got Marshall running to the square. Had a mismatch, and he's going, no, I'm going to kick it from 45, 50 out. God, these players sometimes are selfish. Yes, Nasai CBA sink back to halfback. Come on. Well, it's good for Sinclair, but I don't think Nasai's not a good midfielder. I don't know why they continue to put the best halfback flanker in the competition in the midfield. He's not a midfielder. Yeah, almost traded him to get Caldwell, but thought better not. Yeah, I could have done that as well, Stu. Like I could have missed out on... What did you do for trade, Stu? Because I went Boxall to Rouston, but I could have gone Lohman to May instead. But I thought, no, it's better for cash gen if I get rid of a red dot, bring in Green, who's more value. It just worked better for me. I wasn't in a position to pay up, so yeah. Berman being tossed around positions can't score well. Well, that's the unfortunate thing. If his role keeps changing around, he's not going to score very well. Liddy to Rouston, Long to Green. So yeah, pretty exactly the same as me, except I just went Boxall instead of Liddy. So pretty much smack bang the same. Lukosius and Morris have kicked a goal each. Lohman stud on the bench again. Come on, Brisbane. Start him on the field. So that's both what? The first and third quarter he started on the ground, but second and fourth quarter he started on the bench. Butters up to 102 as well. That's very frustrating. Rosie, 12 points for the quarter already. Butters has had 6 for the quarter. Horn Francis, 3. Bergman yet to touch it this quarter, along with... There's a tackle from Hasty. That'll be a free kick to Hasty. No, Sinclair's taking it. That's... Don't know why the umpires allowed that, but anyway. Should have been Hasty's free kick, not Sinclair's, but good for people that have got Sinclair anyway. Yeah, Lohman, 6 minutes on the bench. Get him back on. Why do these players keep starting these players on the bench? Burns, Romar to not even make the distances has. Oh yeah, I didn't even say about that. But yes, it was stupid by Wood not to pass to your ruckman when he had a mismatch. It just didn't make any sense, and he did, as you said, didn't even make the distance. So typical bonehead player not making the right call. And there's Dylan Moore finally. Genius coaches says Stu. Berg should get a tackle there, says Limits. I hope so. That'd be nice. Let's do a refresh. We haven't done one for the quarter so far. Meeks 109 as well. He's had 50 hit-outs. The fact that Marshall's still on 97 is pretty good. The fact he's only had the 26 hit-outs. But Meeks definitely been the better of the rucks. Nasai's tunned up as well. And then you got, Impey, Marshall, McRae, Steele, very close to tunning up. Sinclair up to 73 as well. There's a goal for Dylan Moore. So that's good for anyone that's got Dylan Moore out there. Amon 65, Newcomb 61, Sisley 57. Hasty's up to 57. So 56, sorry. Tyroo 52, Dylan Moore 48 with that goal as well. McDonald 45. The fact that Hasty's on 57 is pretty nice now. 56. I keep saying 57. If he's on 56 is pretty nice for some cash gen. He's had some good moments in the second half where he might keep his spot, but I guess we'll see. Sam Day subbed out. No more donut score. Loman, please, says has. Well, there you go. So if Sam Day's been subbed out, obviously that'll mean that Loman is all good for the remainder of the game. Jack Steele with a handball. Not sure how Nasai's going to score in this last quarter. He just got a kick there. Marshall with a handball. Sinclair with a kick. So Sinclair's starting to get a little bit more involved now. Sinclair, so Garcia going forward, not a great kick. Yeah, so Loman's back on the ground now. Butters just come to the bench as well for a rest. Butters 104. Rosie 98. Rosie's going to ton up. The fact that he's tonned up when he's been sick during the week's pretty good. McCluggage 90. Boak 80 for draft is really handy as well. And the coach is 74, good for draft as well. Zorko 67. Horn Francis 66. Dunkley 65. Bergman 61. So he did get that tackle there. So Loman's still 59. He wouldn't have come on too long ago though. Will Ashcroft 44. Levi 41. Was that a free kick against Marshall? Don't know if that was a free kick against Marshall or not. Wouldn't be shocked if it is, because he's always good for a free kick against at some point. Dylan Moore, I think Dylan Moore just had another shot at goal. So Nasai with a kick in, and he got the kick away. Good. That's not a good kick at all. Straight to Barras. Free against Marshall, yes. There you go. I told you. I knew that he wouldn't be able to go a game without giving a free against. And there's Dylan Moore again. So Dylan Moore's starting to get busy now. So just when we thought maybe, as a matchup for me, and then you has as well, that we thought maybe Lyon would be able to comfortably outscore Moore. It looks like it's going to be Moore, even if not Moore's probably going to pass him now. It's like Moore would be, I think he'd be on the 60s, wouldn't he? Marshall with the fist. There's Nasai with a kick. So Nasai's up to 110 as well. McRae's tunned up as well now. Steele's tunned up. Marshall's on 99. Aim on 65. Sissy 63. So Dylan Moore's on 58. So he's had a good start to the quarter. 22 points. And he's pretty much bang on Loman's score now. So now I need Loman to get going again. There's Tyroo, intercept mark. That'll be a mark. Still on 57 likes as well, so still need 43 likes. We've only got, just over half a quarter left. So if you guys haven't smashed a like yet, please do. Here's Marshall. No mark for Marshall there. There's Nasai. Little kick there. Not a great kick. But yeah, let's obviously got to try and get to 100 likes, and we're still a fair way away. So if you haven't smashed a like on it yet, please do. There's Dylan Moore got a handball away. Marshall for a mark. Yes! Marshall, there's a ton for Marshall. +5. Here's Nasai. He could go for goal, Nasai here. Go for goal, Nasai. He's going to board. It's a great kick to Sharman. Very good kick to Sharman. Porter looking solid this quarter, which isn't auto. Hang on. Why did auto add that one? The end autocorrect added on, which isn't part of what I said. I'm not sure what you're trying to say the limits, but fair enough. Elizondo, finally Moore's doing better. Really need him to get to 70 plus at least, says Elizondo. Defenders, bro. I guess I should have captained Rosie. Who'd you captain instead? Defenders, bro. So Sharman, if he can kick this goal, they're still in it. Yeah, back to 21 points. They're still in it just. So Meek 119, Nasai 116, Maxwell 108. So Marshall 104 as well was nice. Steele and McRae both tunning up as well. Sinclair 76. And then Moore's there on 58. Tyroo 57, Hasty 56. So good for some rookies. There was some cash empty. If you've got Tyroo as cover as well, not too bad as cover. Pretty much, if you had May, Tyroo, or Loman as cover for Baz, you're fairly happy. But if you had like Alga or Donut, obviously you're not happy. What's for dinner, Bell, says Jordan Tran. Got some butter chicken. I didn't have it the other night. I thought there was, but there wasn't any there. But I've got it tonight. So butter chicken will be for dinner. Marshall on the bench for a rest. I just meant to say Porter looking good this quarter. Okay, fair enough. Yep. Well, they're back to within 16 points now. So Dawson, hope he goes big, says Defenders Bro. Port going back, says Troy. Yep. Only 16 points now. Jack Steele with the tackle there. Brisbane just kicked a goal, I think. Levi Ashcroft, just kicked a goal. So it's back out to 22 points. What are we on? So Butters up to 109, Rosie 101, McCluggage 90, Sweet 88, Boke 85, Wines 84, Neil 79, Horn Francis up to 69 as well, Zorko 67, Dunkley 67, Bergman 61, Loman still 59. That really need Loman just to get over 60. I don't want to have a massive bloody third quarter and then just be stuck on 59. So I'm hopeful that you can just get a couple of disposals. Just get to 70. I'd be pretty happy with 70. Levi 52, Will Ashcroft 51. It's pretty much how it's looking there. If points were given out for high fives, Loman would have 200 tonight, says Blimp. He's just right next to the guy who scores constantly. Andrew, come on, everyone. Please start some super chats. I need a Sunday Watchalong, please. No, Andrew, we're not doing a Watchalong tomorrow regardless because I'll be at the Crows game, so I can't do one anyway. Hey, Buzz, currently ranked 35 for the round, but only Dawson left after tonight. Yeah, I think there's a few people got a lot of players tomorrow, so you might side, but it's still good, though. Still good to have a two-digit round rank. Let's have a look. Port just kicked another behind. The Lucius. That'll mean Zorko with a kick in. Yeah, Loman still hasn't touched it yet in the quarter. Berman still has only got the tackle in the quarter. Zorko. Oh, no, Zorko's on the bench, so he won't actually take the kick in. Yeah, like, if Loman got 59, it is what it is. But being on 59 at three-quarter time, I'm hopeful that he can get to a 70. Just 11 points. Not too much to ask. He had the big quarter to get him a good score. I'd be disappointed a little bit if he managed to have a donut in the last quarter to not do anything. Sinclair up to 76 as well. Going to be tricky for matchups for Gunner Squad next week. It looks like early days. I'll have to have a look at it in a sec. Of course, my headphones have gone flat now as well. That's fantastic. How have they gone flat when I charged them before? Hopefully, why have they not turned on yet? Hang on, give me a sec. Hang on. Finally, there we go. They're back on. Defenders, bro. I guess I should have stuck with my gut and Captain Rosie, but let's just hope Dawson doesn't get tagged. Hopefully he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. Corey, going to yes, at 4 did call one to Holmes, says DJ. We'd be happy with the 122 from Holmes. Got halfway through the quarter now, so we've got 10 minutes to go in the quarter. There's Dylan Moore again. He's going for goal again. He's missed that one. Trade-ins this week, Caldwell and Olga, not great, says Fully Frenzy. No, yeah, not great, unfortunately. There's Nasai. Got the handball away just. Sinclair got the kick in. There's Nasai again. He'll get the kick there. Here we go. Sinclair can get a goal here. There's Higgins out the back. Yeah, Higgins mark. This will get it back to under 20 points. Oh, no, sorry, back to 21 points. So keep the game alive. Nice, Holmes a decent captain with bullets this week, says Has. Yeah, agreed. Dunk's in a forward role or something, says Angelo. I'm not watching, but is he playing forward now? Oh, and bloody Higgins has missed that. That is an awful miss. Love the two courses. Oh, well, I've got to have it in because it's got to charge it. Elizondo didn't roll his horn fronts, got his way to a respectable score. Thought he was going to have a terrible game after the shocking first quarter. Yeah, he's on a decent enough score now. Marshall back on as well. I don't know if Melbourne have anyone that can go with Dawson. Yeah, I'm not sure. They might use Langdon or Viney or something, but I don't know if they can actually go with Dawson. That's obviously the question. Setting the size up to 123. So currently gaining a point on anyone that had Holmes captain. Marshall 104 as well. Sinclair 79. That's okay. Moore's up to 62 as well. That wasn't. I don't know who turned that over there. Was it Ty Wilson? Horn Francis, great. 3/4 up to 77. This is Corey. There's Dylan Moore. No, missed it again, Dylan Moore. But again, he's up to 66 now. Now he's starting to get annoying now where he's getting up to a good score and he's probably going to pass Lohman as well. Brisbane just kicked another goal. I'd love it to be Lohman. No, Zach Barty for a fourth goal. Hunter Clark on kick-ins. What is going on? What are we doing? There's Marshall with a handball. There's Hasty getting away. Good. There's Jack Steele with a +5. Turns it over. What do you got? Butters up to 112. Rosie 103. The only tons in that game. McCluggage 98. Sweet Boat 92. Zach Bailey 92. Sweet 90. Wines 86. Neil 83. Horn France up to 79. Lukosha 78. Levi 68. Zorko 67. Dunkley 67. Oh, jeez. Berman 61. Oh, my God. Loma gave a free kick away. Now Loma's down to 56. Fucking hell. Seriously? After getting so positive about the way that he was going, and now he's had -3 points for the quarter. 6.5 minutes to go. Unbelievable. Loma got a free against. Yeah, of course there is. Andrew, is there an alarm going for? Oh, you probably can hear it slightly. It's just with the charging, I'd have to have it charging, and for some reason it does this alarm all the time. Which is annoying. What else we got here? McRae target. Saints fixtures good, says Jack. Yeah, he's a target. Yep, for sure. If Moore could just kick these goals, he'd be on 80+. Loman -3 for the quarter, says Troy. Thank you, mate. Yep, I appreciate people letting me know that my player's on -3 for the quarter when I was hopeful that he'd get a 70 and he's on 56. Well, I can't do anything about it. I had to have him. It's simple as that. It's just frustrating that thought he was on for a 75-80 potentially, but Loman was open for ages before they hit up Buddy for the goals, says DJ. Yeah, of course he was. Rolled Buddy Smith, my VC. Dacos got Baz as captain. I'm not sure what that is there. Dunkley has actually been very poor since first 2 minutes when he got 18 points. Blimp, Loman -3 for the quarter. What a legend. Well, it's not a legend, mate, because I've got him covering for me. So, yeah, not very happy with that. There's Nasai with a kick. He'll get the handball received back. Nasai for goal. Misses. Another miss for St Kilda. 8 goals 13 to 13-10. They've had 2 less shots and they're down by 27. Who'd you captain, Bale, says Jordan? I had Holmes captain. VC, sorry. And I took the VC. There's Dylan Moore again. He just continues to get points. And Lohman, meanwhile, continues to give free kicks away. That was well done by Hasty. Well done. Good defending there. Winhager, short to Jack Steele. I'll unplug this now because that should have charged at least enough to last the end of the game. I'm sick of hearing that little alarm thing in the headphones, so that should have fixed it. Nasai's been butchering the ball this game. Yeah, he has a little bit. There's another kick for Nasai. That's 39 disposals, I think, for Nasai now as well. There's Max Hall. That another goal for the Saints. Yep, goal for the Saints. It's still alive, but I need everything to go well from here. 133 points for Nasai now. Marshall 109 is good. McRae 115 is very good as well. Hall 116. Steele 119. 14 tackles. Still Meeks 126 as well. Sinclair's up to 82, which isn't too bad. Dylan Moore 71. Tyroo 63. Sicily 63. Hasty 63. So they're most of the scores there. So most people are doing pretty well now in this game. Loman always next to the guy scoring, says Marco. Yep, I know it's annoying. Glad I went green over Dunkley, says Anthony Beresford. Yes, mate, I'm glad I did that as well. If Witt is back, do you get him or wait and with a high break in? I'm probably going to wait a week, but yeah, you could go as early as next week. Wish I went Tyrone Supercoach this week, but had to trade Witts to green this week. Went out. Would have gone for him as cover, but Baz just couldn't do it. There's Nasai, 40 touches. Has he had 40 touches yet, or is that the first time he's had 40 touches? Another last quarter collapse for the weeks as limits. That's an awful kick by Owens there. I don't know what he was trying to do. Here's Sinclair again. No, fumbling it around. Moore's already doubled his score this quarter. He seems to always have big last quarters. Zorko, what the actual hell? What, is he bracking up or not doing anything? Gives your hopes up that he might get something, says Marco. Oh, yeah, agreed. Yep. Did you see Rowell on 70-something at halftime with 5 touch day, 14 tails, says Jaiden Branch? Yeah, yes, I did. Yes, it was pretty crazy. 40 first time ever, says Corey. There you go. I rolled Buddy Smith's my captain. Nick Dales my VC picked up. So you got, there you go. Zorko 67. And then Atkins one-upped him with 17 tackles. Another Marshall against. There you go. Yep, see? There you go. There's the 2. He does it every week. Just for once, Marshall. For once. Just don't give a goddamn free kick away. He does it. He gives away 2 or 3 minimum a week. So frustrating. So Zach Bailey's kicked a 5th goal. 3 minutes to go. And Loman's just come to the bench. Fucking seriously. So he'll be done for the day now. They'll just say, yep, put your feet up. Butters 116, Rosie 108, Horn Francis 85. So all of a sudden, Loman was outscoring Horn Francis, or very close, and now it's just gone the other way. Bergman 64. Loman got a kick, but he's on 58. Pretty just. I know that I said I'd take a 60 pretty much, but the fact that he scored -1 for the quarter, I'm pretty disappointed with that now. That's really, really frustrating. Naz will be up 18k if he keeps his score, says Corey. Wish I had Loman, Bales. I've got Olga instead. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, right? I was tossing up between the two and I played Loman. I'm glad I played Loman instead. But the fact that he was on the score that he was, there's another Nasai kick as well. The fact that he was on 59 at 3/4 time, I thought, okay, he should get 10 points in the last quarter. He should get himself to a 70. And he somehow managed to go less than that. Nasai up to 138 as well. He has had 41 disposals, only 6 marks as well, but 31 kicks is crazy. Yeah, I'm hopeful Loman comes on with like a minute or 2 to go, but he's probably, because he's been off for a minute, he's probably just going to stay off, which is frustrating. Like, hey, it could be worse, but yeah, it's frustrating when I've got that. 31 kicks insane, says Elizano. Agreed. So Willie Rioli's just kicked a goal. Well, no, it's so yeah, Loman's still off. There's 2 minutes to go. He'll stay off now for the remainder of the game, I would imagine. Which again, as I said, is very frustrating. Butters 116, Rosie 108, Horn Francis 85, Dunkley 72. Bergman, yeah, the Bergman 64 is almost as bad, if not worse. Because, of course, I could keep him last week, goes well, and then now he's going to put up a shit score this week. So I thought I was on for a good week, but Bergman's not highly owned. Obviously, Lohman's not owned by a lot of people either. Now I'm probably going to be back in the pack, if not probably behind par again, which is really disappointing. Dunkley disappointing, says Troy. Agreed. Yep. Bale's thoughts on these easy trades. Taranto to Horn Francis, Bergman or Doherty up to Dacos or Millerer. Taranto, Horn Francis, Bergman to or Dock up to Dacos. Yeah, I like those trades. Yep. There's a Marshall free kick. Oh, he's just turned it straight over to Gunston. And goal to Gunston. That is an awful kick from Marshall there. Who do you still have to play tomorrow? Bale says has. I'll go through that after, but I've got 6 players, I believe. That's got to be near the record for kicks in a game, says Elizondo. I'm not sure. Let's refresh. Marshall should be over 120 as well now, which is good. Nasai 141. I didn't have him, and I wasn't even looking at him as captain. And I messaged Ryan as well, the one that runs Captain's Challenge, and said that I had Bont at 5 and Nasai wasn't there, but I put Nasai in just to... because he was the only one there and he was in the top 10. Max Hall 120 as well is really handy for his owners. So, yeah, so Dylan Moore 71. So I've lost 13 points on Dylan Moore by having Lohman, which isn't too bad. But obviously, yeah, it was looking like he was going to go a lot better. Can there ever be a week where everyone does what they're supposed to do? Seriously? No, Jack, mate, you ask a very good question. And there's never a week where that happens, unfortunately. Hasty got a kick there. There's Steele with a +5. Jack McRae with a kick. Sinclair with a +6. No, +5 because he fell over. There's Nasaya. Look at that. Breaking tackles. Oh, he's missed it again. Third behind for Nasaya. Could have had 150. 89% Tog for Naz as well. High since round 2. Jaiden Branch, most kicks is 44 in a game. Second most, it was 40. Regret trading home round 6, says Jack. Finn O'Sullivan, -3. Corey Bloodedge, I think you got heaps this week in Caps Chains this week. Bales with Naz in top 5 and no Baz. Oh, Marshall, good mark. This will get him near 130 now. So now it's like I took Holmes as 122 and the 2 guys I was looking at as captain have gone over him. But I was never going to take the 122 on. But it's quite funny that probably lost a couple of points. That's not a great kick from Marshall, but... Hawthorn might just chip it around now, which is disappointing. Aim on +6 here for anyone that's still got him. There's McRae with a handball. Sinclair with a kick. So Sinclair's going to be on 90 odd, I reckon. Give it to Brad Hill. There you go. Hill with a handball. Brisbane beat Port. Yep. No, I saw that, Andrew. Oh, geez. What I would give for a Marshall mark and goal here. Marshall! Yes! He's marked it. Lining up for goal. Could be a 140 in a minute, says Marshall. Yep. If he kicks his goal, he'll be on 140, I reckon. Wow. That's big. That's massive. Marshall's definitely back. He's had a massive second half. He's on 131. He can go to 140 if he kicks this. And part of me's just like, I wish I now had him captain and I could have watched this. I was like, if Holmes scored 20 points less, I would have had him captain. And there's Marshall with a goal. I had him number 4 for captains. Damn it. I'm happy because he's unique, right? It's a 20-point win to Hawthorn. Game over. Naz Fid 2-point quarter. Yeah, well, him and Marshall both went nuts. Marshall had a 50-point quarter as well, didn't he? He had a 96-point second half, Marshall. Absolutely massive. 140. Naz 145 and Marshall 140, and I've got both. So I'm very happy with that. And I had extra salary on them in game day squad, so I'm happy with that. But let's go through the scores. Nasai 145. We're still on 63 likes as well, so we're still 37 likes away from 100. So again, last few watch songs have been down on the likes. We need to get them back up again, so I don't stress at the end of a watch long that we're going to not hit 100. So if you haven't liked it, please smash a like so we can get to 100. I'll go through the scores, but yeah, keep smashing the likes. If you've got a second account, third account, want to like it up and get us to 100, that'd be fantastic. So let's smash it and get to 100. Nasai 145 was obviously huge. 43 disposals. 3 behinds. That could have been even bigger, which is crazy. Ryan Marshall 140. Obviously very, very happy with that. I don't think I had him as a unique in any matchup this week, which is frustrating, which I'm surprised a bit. But 140, obviously very happy. Meek 138. McRae 127. If you had him in your team, be very happy with him. This week, 10 tackles is very handy. Jack Steele 125 with 15 tackles. Very good score from him. Max Hall 124. Windhager 108 and Impey 100. So some big scores from this game tonight. Newcomb 92. Sinclair 87 in the end. Could have been worse. Obviously still not great, but obviously could have been a lot worse than that. Amon 86. Morrison 80. Good for draft. Moore got 71. Hasty 66. Good for some cash gen there. Tyroo 63. Good for, obviously, if you had him cover for Baz, and obviously a bit of cash gen as well was nice. Sissy 63, he's just not at it at the moment. McDonald and Garcia 57. Had Sharman in draft as well on the bench for a few teams. 49. Warple 41. Mackenzie 41. Brad Hill 38. And that was pretty much it from that game. So, but yeah, some massive, massive scores there. If you had Marshall and Nasai, I'd be pretty happy. And obviously, I'd both of them, which I'm very, very happy with. Let's have a look at the other game and the scores from the Port and Brisbane game. Make sure we're up to 75 likes as well. So keep smashing those likes up. We're getting close to the 100 mark. So just 25 to go. If you haven't liked it yet, make sure you do smash a like on the video. That would be very much appreciated. Let's have a look at the scores in the Brisbane and Port game. Let's see, keep smashing up those likes. Why is this not loading? Up to 76 as well, likes-wise. So 24 to go to get to 100. Let's have a look. What have we got for this game here? Let's have a look. What's the damage? So there we go. So here, let's have a look at the scores. So Zach Butters, 119. So don't own him, and that's frustrating with a good score there. 90% Tog. That's good for Sanch, unfortunately, in our matchup. McCluggage, 112. Rosie, 111. Just gets it done every week. Bailey, 107 with 5 goals. Lockie Neal with 106. Sweet, 97. Boat, 94. Good for draft. I've got him in a couple of teams there. Wines 88. Horn Front's 85. That's solid considering the way he started. If he could have put the whole game together, he would have actually tonned up, I reckon. Lukosius 80. Zorko 79. That's just a disappointing score. Obviously, tough matchup. Josh Dunkley 78. That's really disappointing again. 88% Tog. Should have really got there. Levi 72. Berry 71. Will Ashcroft 66. There you go. Nasai gets best on ground. Bergman 64. That's really shit. That is so bad. He might have to go. He might have to go. Just the roll volatility. I don't know if I can hold on to him. Loman 58. Like, could have been worse. I gained 50 points on playing him over Alga, but the fact he was on 59 at three-quarter time, that he couldn't even put anything on top of that, that's where it is disappointing. Anything else interesting here? Jackson 30. No, nothing else interesting there. So, yeah, this game was pretty disappointing, the Port-Brisbane one, fantasy-wise. Loman 58. The fact that he was on 59 at three-quarter time, not enough. Bergman 64, that's shit. I just don't get why Port always have to change him out of the midfield, even with injuries. Like, put someone else back there. I don't know why they didn't put the coaches back there. And then, not having Butters, it was disappointing as well. I only lost, 15 points on Tom Green, but, very, very frustrating in that game there. This game was better, but this game was poor. So I'm glad I didn't do this as a watch-along. I wouldn't have been able to handle doing that as a watch-along. But yeah. Oh, well, is what it is. Let's go back to this other Saints game, and then I'll read the last bit of chat there. Up to 81 likes as well, so appreciate everyone that's done that so far. Still 19 away from the 100 likes, so if you have not smashed a like on it yet, please do. Our streak's been live since, round 2. So make sure you smash like so we can keep the streak going. That'd be very much appreciated. If you've got a second account or a third account or anything like that and want to smash a like to get us to 100, that'd be fantastic. Let's get these player scores back up, and then I'll answer any last bit of the chat. Because I'm hungry as always. It's near 10 o'clock and haven't had dinner yet. So I do want to go and have my dinner. So let's get the 100 likes smashed out, and then I'll go have my dinner. Let's have a look. What did I miss? Where are we up to? There we go. Elizano. Meat gave Marshall a bath in the hit-outs 59 v 29. If Marshall would just halve those, he'd have got 140 plus. We got 140, right? But to be fair, if he didn't get the hit-outs, he might not have got the touches around the ground. So, Marshall could be a one. Nice call, Bale, says DJ. Thanks, mate. I feel like an idiot trading to Dunkley over Butters. Yeah, if you're trading at Dunkley, you'd be really disappointed. The side 52-point last quarter, says Corey. Blimp Sinclair really played an okay game outside of his second quarter. Yeah, agreed. Jack, and it was a tough matchup against Hawthorn. Jack, that Marshall goal put a smile on my face the first time. Say, what a funny game. Marshall 96-point half. Yeah, ridiculous. Mo, Josh Dunkley, one touch off 18 for $728. That's disappointing. Spoken into existence, Bales, Wizard stuff. What did I speak to into? Oh, talking about the Marshall goal. He'll be great. Sean, swear they missed +5 for Sinclair near the end. Elizano, Marshall was on 14 at quarter time, 126 points in 3 quarters. He's a beast. Yep. Thanks, Bales, for Marshall over Grundy for game day squad. All good, mate. I'm glad I went Marshall over him as well. I wish I went Marshall and Grundy, and I didn't go Cherry, but Cherry being injured, it was looking like a good score. Happy chap says limits. What's your score and how many players to come? I'll have a look at that in a sec, Footy Frenzy, but thank you for reminding me. Sean had Messiah, Marshall, and McRae. Be very, very happy with that there. Smash lights, fellas, so Bales can go eat his butter chicken, says Has. Yes, no, we're up to 82, so 18 away. 612 round rate with no Messiah, says Blimp. There's some likes, Bales says limits. Thank you, mate. Dunkley over Butters hurts a bit, says LM. Mo, 18-10 with Mills, Dawson, Brayshaw, Jackson, Petrarca, Rankin to come. So 6 left. So you're on track for a really good score there, Mo. Very good score. Corey had bronze Messiah, bronze Marshall, and silver McRae for contender and more bronze tonight. Yeah, I had bronze McRae, but I had gold Messiah, gold Marshall. So I'm really happy with that. Thank you, Limits, for a super chat there, mate. Cheers, Bale. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. I'm on 2068 with 4 to come, says Tim. Yep, good score there. Jesus Christ, Marshall, disgusting junk. Own him, but opponent had him captain. Tim's winning casters limits. Yeah, I wish I had him captain, but I obviously took the Holmes 122, which I was always going to take, right? But what are you up to? 82 likes, still 18 away. So still keep smashing those likes up, guys, if you haven't done that already. Some reason Smith has my VC and C, nothing I can do. Matt Brown, evening Bales. How's your round score going with how many left? I'm 2067 with Dawson, Brayshaw, and Track to come. Big night for me with Nasai, Marshall, McRae going big. Also sad about Loman as my E. Yeah, as I said, if someone told me before the game Loman was going to score 58, I would have said, yep, that's fine. I'll take it. But the fact that I knew he was on 59 at 3-quarter time and he had a -1 point last quarter, that's the most disappointing thing about it, is the fact that he couldn't do anything in the last quarter. Like, 70 points would have been huge, right? 70 from a cover for Baz, that would have been great. But 58 is, it's like, well, yeah, that's a clear lower score for the round. 21-6-5 with Dawson Petrarca. Forgot about Petrarca as well tomorrow. Smashed like on all accounts as limits. Thank you, mate. We still need 18 legends out there, though, to get us to 100. I am hungry, so I want to get it done so I can go have my dinner. Enjoy butter chicken, says Andrew. Thank you, mate. Current round rank of 33. Wish me luck tomorrow, Bales. Good stuff there, Angus. Limits told a bloke in your comments to get McRae, and he wasn't having it. Look at him now. Oak missed the second half of the games, but just seen the scores. Very happy. Besides Berg, I'm happy enough. Besides Bergman, Loman, and then not having Butters. That's what I'm disappointed about. I can't see on round rank. I put it on round 17, but it won't work. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know how it works. Then I hate Nasai, says Will. Oh, you can't hate Nasai. You hate when you don't own him, but you can't hate him. Kayleen, who won the game? Hawthorn won the game 94-74, so beat St Kilda by 20 points. Tim, I'm on 26 out with 4 left. That's a good score, Tim. Corey, crazy for Naz Bales when you complained in the second quarter. Yeah, well, second quarter he just wasn't busy, right? But he went massive in the last half. But that's what I mean, though. Just because a player has a good quarter doesn't mean that they're going to... Sorry, just because a player has a bad quarter doesn't mean they're going to have a good score. And just because a player has a good quarter doesn't mean they're going to have a good score. Like, look at Loman. He had over double his point. He had about double his points in one quarter. Well, no, he did. He had over double his points in a quarter. I've Auger in my 22. 1950 with 4 decent scores to play isn't too bad. Yeah, no, it's not too bad. Yep. Has, at this point, Nasai's putting 50 on Sinclair every week. Is there a point where it's worth just sidewaysing Tim? Oh, you need Nasai at some point. The quicker you can get in, the better. Limits 1885 with Dawson, Rankin, Brayshaw, Jackson left. Footy Frenzy, I clicked on round 17, but what do I look at to see round rank? It should be on the far left. It should say what your rank is there next to your name is what your round rank is. Andrew, got 3 players to come tomorrow. Errol, Mills, and Warner. Will buy his Naz a must now. I think he is, yeah. I think he is. Change Marshall to Holmes as looped, says Tim. But yeah, let's go through my score. So what am I on? Let's have a look. Still 85 likes. I still need 15 more likes to go to get 100. So I'm on 1776, and I've got Mills 1, Dawson 2, Brayshaw 3, Jackson 4, Petrarca 5, Warner 6. So I've got 6 left. So I am on track for like near 2400, which is good, right? But if it wasn't for bloody Loman's poor last quarter, I probably would have been ticked over 1800 with 6 left. So yeah, just need Mills and Warner to go well tomorrow. Petrarca, Jackson, Brayshaw, Dawson to do their thing. But I think it's a decent score. I'm not sure what most people are on track for at the moment, but just inside 15k for the round. I'm not sure who. I don't know if people got a lot playing tomorrow. I'm not sure. But yeah. So Nasai's average is over 110 now. What's Nasai's average? Nasai's average is now up to 111.3. His last 6 games, he's gone 134, 117, 128, 125, 109, 145. Ridiculous. Like, he didn't have the ceiling last year, but he's now gone and got the ceiling, which is huge for that. So, and obviously, yeah, Marshall. No, so Marshall now in his last few games has gone 129, 105, 119, 140. He's 100% back. And he's even playing huge game time as well, like 88%. He had 29 hits, kicked a goal, 21 touches, 7 marks, 8 tackles. Just a beast. He only gave away 1 free kick. But wait, no, didn't he give away 2? I thought Marshall gave away 2. So in other words, he's probably going to be 137. He's going to go down, I would imagine. But yeah, so my round so far, Nasai 145, Holmes 122 as captain, Sheasel 93, Dacos 84, McKercher 124. So defense has gone well so far. Like Josh Dacos slightly unders, but Rosie 111, Nick Dacos 132, Green 104, Bont 133, Doherty 84, Bergman 64. So those last 2 that I don't really want on my team, the ones that have let me down there. Marshall 140, Cherry 96, Nick Martin 74, Loman 58, Daniel 90. See, it's the Loman 58 that's... Well, him, Nick Martin and Bergman are my only 3 scores under 80, which I guess is good, right? But it's obviously frustrating. How far am I behind Sanch as well? Oh, jeez. I'm 165 points behind. So I need Mills and Warner to combine for 166 points or more to win. So what's that? 80. They need to go at least 83 each, which they're averaging what? Well, Mills is averaging, 84. Warner's averaging 88. They should theoretically get it done, but I could fall just short, which would be disappointing after having a lot better scores. But Lohman's 58 has really put me in a interesting spot in that matchup. What about my other matchups? This one here. Oh, of course, another matchup. The guy had McRae as a unique. He had McCarthy, Sinclair, Caldwell, Archer May's cover for Baz. McRae's got Rankin and Gawn to come. Yeah, the captain on Holmes as well. I've had Josh Dacos, Tom Green, Bergman. Okay, Marshall was Marshall was a unique. Okay, that's good. Jackson, Warner, and then Lohman. So what's he got? Gawn and Rankin versus Jackson and Warner, and I'm up by 17 points. That'll be fairly tight, I think, that matchup. What about this one here? Where am I sitting at this matchup? Okay, this is the one. Yard Nasai's a unique. McCurch unique. Bont unique. Yes, I'll win this one. He had Merritt unique, but the other guys had a lot of 70s, so I'll win that one. And then Hat Chat League 6. What am I up by? 35. And he's had Sinclair and Moore there. He's got Heaney and Rankin to come. I've got Mills and Jackson. So I'm up by 35, and we've got 2 players each. So as long as Jackson and Mills go okay, I should be fine. But it's going to be interesting tomorrow. All right, let's have a look at the chat and see what I've missed. Still 85 likes, so we're still 15 away. Don't think I'm going to be live for too much longer, guys. So if we can't get it done in a few minutes, that means we're probably not going to get it done. Which would be disappointing because it's been the first time since round 2. And it's a Saturday night, which I thought was normally the big watch-along. What did I miss? Let's have a look. I'll never get Naz. He's so expensive, says Will. Who's more of an upgrade, Sinclair to Nasai or Doherty, Rankin to McRae? It's probably Sinclair and Nasai, to be honest, I'd be happy with a 58 from Lohman. I had no cover for Baz. As I said, it's better than what it could have been. But when I looked at 59 at three-quarter time, I was getting a little bit excited thinking, crap, this could be a 70 here, and he might actually have a very, very handy score. But to have -1 the last quarter, that's disappointing. So, 87 likes now, so we're 13 away still. I got 2019 with Rankin, Dawson, Brayshaw, Jackson to come. So, yeah, I'm probably about par. I was thinking maybe I was ahead, but it sounds like a lot of people are probably going to get about that 2350, 2400. So, I'm pretty much probably smack bang on par. I'm just waiting for the day someone goes to Naz. I don't know why I don't own him. He's so damaging. Yeah, I don't know why more people don't tag him, but Footy Fringe, that free kick in the fourth quarter was for Newcombe, so Marshall must not have given it away. Yep, there you go. Max Hall is him, says Will. Max Hansen, 1985 with Dawson, Brayshaw, Petrarca, Rankin, Jackson to come. Jesus, that's a big score. So that's what? 5 left. 5 left. And that's on, if all of them go tons, that's 2480. That's a massive score, Max. You're on for a belter there. Hate this game, says Will. Corey Bladge, 1844 with Mills, Brayshaw, Jackson, Heaney left. Leary, Baz outfielding, Alga, trading Caldwell to Merritt, and Berman just killing me. I'm terrible. Oh, it's not your terrible. It's just that fantasy is just a cruel game, unfortunately. Up to 90 likes as well, so we're 10 away. Just need 10 more likes to go. Could Sydney send a tag to Nasai next week? Is it worth waiting a week before his good run? But even if he gets a tag next week, he's going to then go well the week after. So maybe you get him. Gersh, sorry, didn't tune in earlier. Sinclair stinking it up. 3 in a row tunless. Sinclair +5 apparently. Geez, that's frustrating when I go up against him in matchups. I really can't afford bloody more points for players that I don't have. Is it going to update? Let's just I'll refresh on here because it hasn't updated. Let's have a look. 91 likes as well, so only 9 away. Very, very close now. So we might be able to keep it alive still. only being 908. All right, let's have a look. Let's refresh. So, Jack Steele, I think, got something added. He's up to 130. Nasiah is the same. Same with Marshall. Meek 138 as well. That's massive scores for the Rucks. Yeah, -4 for McRae there. Sinclair, yeah, +5. It's pretty. Oh, Hasty got a +3 as well. He's up to 69. It's good for some cash gen. Pretty much, that's about it. That's about pretty much what the adjustments were. So, all in all, Sinclair the +5 was slightly annoying as I matched up against him in a few matchups. 93 likes, 708. Just need 7 more likes. But no, yeah, go. So Sinclair wasn't stinking up. It was just more than Nasiah again, just dominating all the ball. Naz going to be around 1.15 million next week. If Naz gets 135 next week, he becomes 1.2 million. Wow, there you go. Naz killing my season and has said the same for him. So, yeah, it's pretty much if you don't have Nasiah, you're obviously not enjoying fantasy at the moment. He just keeps getting it done. Like, he's up to... what would he be up to now in terms of... Yeah, so I went down about 100 spots just because of the 5 points for Sinclair that got added. So that's really frustrating. Lost ranks. So what is it? So averages for the season. So Baz is still top with 121, but he's played now 3 less games than a lot of others. Gorn 114.8. Nasai's now third overall, 111.3. He's now the number 1 averaging defender. Obviously, he was already, but he's now overtaken Jordan Dawson as the third most. But obviously, if Dawson goes more than 120, if he goes 130, Jordan Dawson tomorrow, he goes back above Nasiah. And they're the only 4 averaging over 110 for the season. So, yeah, very, very interesting there. I just can't get up to Nasiah either. This is Louis Leary. When I could have went someone to Caldwell like 5 weeks ago, or Naz, I went Merritt when he was bad. Can't do this anymore. If I had that 7K to get Nasiah over Caldwell this week, I'd be up 80 points. Yeah, it's a massive, massive difference for a lot of people if you had Nasiah over, or if you had Caldwell over Nasiah. It's, yeah, just those points unfortunately lost. Still need 7 likes, almost there. So if you haven't smashed a like, please do. That'd be very much appreciated. Will see didn't have the money either to get up to him. Yeah, it's tricky if you don't have him already. Will saying he's catch that at Bales. See you later, Will. Hope you have a good night, mate. Obviously tough not having Nasiah. Yeah, we've been live for 3 hours, 22 minutes. Still 7 likes away. I'll be live for probably not even 5 more minutes, guys. So if we can't get there, it'll be the first time since round 2 we haven't got 100 likes. So if you haven't already, smash the likes up. If you've got a second account or anything like that, smash it like as well, so we can get to the 100 likes. Because, yeah, I'm hungry. It's 13 past 10, and I can't be live for too much longer. So if you've got any last-minute questions or anything like that, feel free to ask them. And we'll just see if we can get to the 100 likes, and then I'll head off. So, actually, I'll check my game day squad score while I'm live, actually. I'll have a look. How did the rugby league go tonight, actually? What did players end up on? Tomoko 62, or 63, that's good. Fogarty 60 points, that's good as well. Horsberg 55, I'll take that. Tapine 34, Starling 32, that's disappointing. That's pretty much it from that game. Up to 94 likes as well, so we're 6 away. Thank you, Haz, for the super chat there, mate. Very much appreciated. Enjoy your butter chicken, Bales, night, mate. Thank you, mate. Appreciate the super chat, and I will enjoy my butter chicken when I have it. Bales, can you have dinner at half time from now on, so you don't have to starve past 10 every night? I could, but I just don't like eating when I'm live. I just prefer to stay, because then if I got to do my dinner, then I got to go away during half time, heat it up and everything, and it's just like, if people tune in at half time, then they see no one's here, then they're probably not gonna stay around. So I'll just try and stick around. What about here? What have we got in this game? Oh, of course, Drinkwater goes 65 points. Yep. Wait, did I play Drinkwater? No, bloody, I played Turbo. God damn it. That's annoying. Katoa 58. I'll take that. Hughes 56. That's good as well. Oh my God. Did Pappy not play? Oh, that'll be really annoying if he didn't. No. God damn it. Why the hell did he not play? No, I don't reckon he played. Yep, didn't play. God damn it. Up to 95 likes. Well, so we're 5 away still. Nah, Pap calf tightness. Fuck's sake. Of course he did. That's going to cost me in bloody NRL now on Game Day Squad. You play NRL Fantasy Bales as well. No, just on Game Day Squad. Just played on there. And I had Pappy and I had salary on him as well. That's really, really frustrating. Did you see all the poor injuries buses, DJ? Yeah, I did. Yep. Done on 2 different accounts as for your friends. Yeah, so up to 95. I'm probably going to have to end the stream. We're on 97 now, so we're only 3 away. Just need 3 more likes. We're nearly there. So if you haven't smashed a like, please do. We just need 3 more legends out there. There's 3 more out there that can get it done. Get us to 100 again. Otherwise, I'll have to end the stream in maybe a minute or 2. Just because I'm hungry and dogs are barking out there as well. So I have to check what they're bloody barking at. Got no idea what they're barking at. Yeah, God, that is frustrating. Why did I not know? John Nankerville, is Bergman a trade or just went crap because he was moved back again? It was moved back again. That was why. But I don't know if I can keep. I don't know if I can keep holding him. I don't know if I can keep holding Bergman. Might have to trade him next week. Just because if his role's going to keep changing, I can't afford him in my midfield putting up a 50 or 100. I need consistent scores. So I'm going to have to go and trade. I'm probably going to have to trade him over Doc. It's going to be really whoever is out. They've got West Coast next week, which is obviously a good matchup, but I just don't know if I can keep him. Done on a 3rd different account, says for your frenzy. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. It still says 97 on my phone. I don't know if we've gone up more. Well, it still says 97. So, yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to get there tonight. We're on 98. We literally need 2 more people to smash a like. I don't know if someone out there is trying to play silly buggers to make sure I'm live for another hour just to get 2 likes. But all we need is 2 more likes to get 100, and then I can enjoy my dinner. Yeah, I'm out. Bowers numbers always drop after buy rounds, says DJ. That is a good point, right? Like they do drop off after buy rounds. So probably not a surprise that if we're not going to hit 100 tonight. But yeah, once it gets to, I'll give it probably 2 or 3 more minutes. Oh no, there we go. We just hit it. There we go. Appreciate legends whoever just did that. Now I could go to have my butter chicken, which is good. But no, appreciate legends that did that just then. I didn't think we're going to get there. It's probably the closest we've been, so maybe we're not going to be able to do it for much longer. Lee Everett says, like, thank you, mate. Appreciate that. But yes, that'll be it for me tonight. I'll go enjoy my butter chicken, but appreciate everyone tuning in to another watch along. Got you, says Gehu. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much for that. But thanks for everyone that tuned in. As always, we'll be live tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. per time for our round review, recapping everything from a crazy another round of fantasy. But thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure you like if you haven't already done it. Smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to our channel as well. And if you want to join up on the Patreon as well, then patreon.com/AFL Fantasy Fanatics for some bonus content in there. So thanks everyone. Have a good night. We'll chat to you guys tomorrow night. Thanks everyone. See ya.